Today, we're going to be answering all the questions that I received about posting every single day for 365 days. I posted a video at the 90-day mark and I talked about it when I finished the whole year out, but while I'm working on the final video, I thought it'd be cool to come talk to you guys about it live and answer all of those questions. If you're watching this in VOD form, there's not going to be any music, but if you want the cut down version, it'll hopefully be available at some point in the future, so check the description. If it's there, I'll put the link down there. But let's get into it. It's like watching a short live. It's a live short, you guys. Oh my god, that was so cringe. I've never done that live. People have asked me to do, like, videos on how I do everything, and I'm like, yeah, I would love to do that, but it's so cringe. Okay, let's move over to the Q&A scene and hope that everything is not broken. Yay! It looks okay. Can you hear me? Am I making sounds? Okay, good, good. Like I said, though, I probably will not be paying too much attention to chat. I'm really sorry about that. I love you guys. I just want to try and get through this. If you have, like, questions in between, again, use the command to add questions, okay? But it will mostly just be me yapping. So the first question that we have is from Onyami and Eureka, and that is, what kept me motivated? So mostly spite. To be honest, it was mostly spite, but I also kind of just taught myself that it was a requirement to post 7 times a week. Like, it was completely non-negotiable to me in my mind. It was like, if I didn't do it, the world would blow up. So I had to do it. So, and maybe that's a little delusional to do to yourself, but it worked for me. So that's how I kept myself motivated for the most part. Yeah. When I started, oh, here, let me switch over to the next one. Beep. Am I covering the questions? Maybe I should make myself a little smaller, huh? Let's move over just a little bit. When I started, did I remember how I felt about navigating content creation? This question kind of goes 2 ways. So it's like, how did I feel about starting content creation versus how did I feel about, like, the content creation environment as a whole? So I'll, like, kind of try to answer both, I guess. In terms of mentally, I've always loved making videos. I used to make stupid little YouTube videos as a kid. I would write Pokemon scripts. This was so silly. I would make Pokemon skits with my friends, and I would act them out. So I've always, like, loved making videos and doing, like, content creation per se. So I've always felt good about it. But in terms of the landscape of content creation and how I know 𝗏𝗏 today. No, there is 𝗏𝗏. I just didn't put him in here. He's not in this scene. I'm sorry, JPEG. In terms of the landscape of content creation, though, I kind of hated it. Like, obviously I love making videos, but when you get started, it seems shitty because, especially right now with shorts, everything is so brain rotty. It's kind of hard to feel motivated when you feel like you kind of have to oversimplify and, like, clipify all of your content in order to be successful. So I was feeling shitty about it. I was like, dude, I don't want to have to thumbnail max. I don't want to script max. I want to just make what I like doing and deal with it. But I'm kind of used to it now. I think I'm a little bit of a script maxer, just a little bit of a thumbnail maxer, but maybe not as much as, like, I could be. I'm in a comfortable position now. So I've always felt good about content creation in general, never really felt good about the content creation landscape until now that I've kind of pushed myself to do it for a while. So, yeah. This is a long question. What is your advice for someone who also wants to make content, but doesn't know how to start or where to start, doesn't have any skills in making content, brainstorming, script writing, recording, or editing? If you have no skills in any of those things, but you really like one thing that you think you can make content on, the first step to doing any of this stuff is just taking out your camera and recording. Or if you're a VTuber, just get out your model and record something. It doesn't have to be edited. It doesn't have to be cut down. Just film yourself in front of a blank screen, just saying, hi guys, today I'm going to talk about trains. I love this one train. It is so cool. I love how I went to trains immediately. But you're just allowed to talk about whatever you want. And then if you do that and you're not motivated to start editing it and start getting better at it, maybe it's not for you, or maybe you chose the wrong topic. But in terms of like getting started, just start. Just record something. It's not that serious. But yeah, the current editing ecosystem, like I said before, is like super brain rotted. So if you want to like short smacks, like that's a lot of work. If you want to be posting on social media constantly, that's a lot of work. But if you just want to get started and you don't know where to start, yeah, just start with Thomas the Tank Engine. Just start somewhere. It's okay. You don't have to be posting all the time. You don't have to be making the most high quality content. It's totally fine to just post some bullshit. Even I watch videos nowadays that they're actually refreshing to see, where people just vent or like rant. No editing at all. It's just like a person talking. Like how YouTube kind of was in maybe 2015 to like 2019. There was a lot of that. It's good stuff. You could just do that. It's fine. Just start. What are the pros and cons of being consistent in posting your short videos or any other type of media that you post? It's mostly just pros, to be honest. Consistently posting is like always going to be beneficial to you, no matter what. Unless you're posting like literally the same thing every day, maybe that's not going to be beneficial to you if you post the same video that you edited once every single day. Like in that case, probably not. But if you're making like somewhat unique content and you post consistently, it's just helpful. It's just always going to be helpful to you. So the pros are like the algorithm will become interested in you, of course, but then also you'll make friends. Like the more that people see your stuff, the more that you can get exposed to, not just like, it's not about just brand deals and like getting numbers. It's also just like you will meet people who are also interested in the thing that you are talking about. Maybe it's video games. Maybe it's gardening. Like for me, I meet people in my community that are into gardening, and that's so cool to me. But that wouldn't have happened if I didn't randomly decide to post a gardening video, you know? So you make friends. Then there's the added benefit of just like you could potentially make money. It's just all around positive. But in terms of the downside of posting shit every day, it's very time consuming. Very, very time consuming. Yeah. It can be a burden, especially if you're just starting, you don't have a manager, you don't have a shorts editor, you probably have no budget, you're doing everything yourself. It's very time consuming. So the downside is that you lose a lot of free time, if not all of it. So do not do this if you're in a bad place and you need to like have your little relaxing time. I would not recommend posting every day. It's no bueno for you. Do not do that. Sorry, I also haven't been reading the names. I read the first name and then I forgot to read the other ones. My bad. Okay, next question is, what do I do when I don't know what to post? From Dragnix. So when in doubt, post a cube edit. I said this in my 90 days video. I made a video at the 90-day mark about what I do when I don't, well, like in general, like my experience in the first 90 days, but what do I do when I don't know what to post? I post some bullshit, guys. It's very healing to shitpost. It is. And I'm saying that with like, it's a little funny. It's a little silly. Hee hee ha ha. I love shitposting. But also from an artistic perspective, it's healing. Like it feels good to just post something and not really care about it. Post something without the intent for it to do well. Just post something because you made it and it's fun and silly. That's okay. So when you don't know what to post, take a screenshot of your model and make it do a 360 in Adobe Premiere Pro and post it. There's nothing wrong with that. And it might do well. What do you know? It might perform. But you must be pure of heart with things like that. If you don't know what to post, just post some bullshit. It's totally fine. Chungus dance short when? Right now. We're filming it. Press the fucking Chungus button. Oh, I left a note for myself. I didn't make this command, but I'll send it later, or maybe I'll retweet my post. But if you really don't know what to post at all, if you have no idea what to post, I have prompts for 30 days worth of content. So if you're like, I don't even know where to start with this, go there. I'll try to link it at the end, but I'll retweet it later, so it will be at the top of my feed, hopefully. And there you go, 30 days for free of content ideas. And I don't even give a shit. You don't need to credit me or anything. It's just for you to use. Just go for it, you know? Okay. What is the oh my god, this is fucked up. What is the secret sauce for a routine coming from an ADHD person from Pitch Black? So I've always struggled with this. It's hard to have a schedule as a neurodivergent person at the same time that it's bad to not have a schedule. So I think the secret sauce to doing stuff like this when you're neurodivergent is... Bro, what is going on? Hang on, let me drink some water. Bro, am I just permanently chungus now? Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. I think the secret sauce is to have a schedule that is very vague. So you need to, like, instead of saying on Fridays, I'm gonna work for 5 hours on XYZ starting at 6 p.m. On Saturdays, I'm gonna work at 2 p.m. and then I'm gonna take a break at 5 and keep working until 8 p.m. Don't do that. I mean, unless you really can. Like, I can't always do that, especially because I can't always guarantee that I'll be feeling good that day, or that I won't have really bad executive dysfunction, or that I won't be in pain or something like that. Having a schedule just hurts me most of the time, because if I mess up my schedule, I feel worse, and it like makes me unable to do anything at all, because now I feel so much guilt about my schedule being fucked up. So I think the move is to just make a vague schedule. So instead of a time, a place, for how long, just say, Friday I do this. Doesn't matter when, doesn't matter for how long, you need to do it. So you can learn to discipline yourself to do like a little bit or some amount. Maybe you can work up the amount if you can't stay focused for that long, but you need to hold yourself accountable to some degree, and that degree can just be, you need to do it a little bit on a certain day. That's what I do. And it was really, really hard for me at first, but I got used to it. So, and then if you struggle, of course, too, like one day is like too hard for you, you can't do anything, it's supposed to be your work day, just move it to the next day and don't feel guilt about it, because guess what? You set a vague guideline for yourself and it's okay. You didn't fail to meet your schedule. You're just moving it forward a little bit. That's totally okay. You missed your question. I'm so sorry. It'll be in the VOD. Welcome in. That's why I can't make an official schedule, because I don't know what that day might be like. Yeah, it's very, very hard. I struggled with that in college too. I would miss classes all the time because like, one, I would forget what class I had that day, and two, I would just like feel bad, or I'd have like a meltdown about something, and then like, I'm not fucking going to class today. It just never worked for me. So keep it vague. Discipline yourself to some degree, but keep it as vague as you can to where you can still get stuff done without struggling and without feeling bad, you know? You need to find the sweet spot for that stuff. What? I don't even see this one in my list. Where did this come from? How do you stick with it? Just kind of like what I just said, I guess. Pure discipline that you sort of develop over time in little bursts. Like, and also telling yourself that the world will end if you don't post every day. If you're feeling like extra spicy like me, it's really hard for me when plans change too. It is. It's very, very challenging. That alone will make me have a meltdown. Like if I'm like, oh, my Saturday, I'm gonna edit this video Saturday, and then my mom is like, by the way, family dinner, I will literally have a meltdown. Like, it's not serious, but It is. Like, I don't know how else to explain this to an holistic person or to a person that is not neurodivergent. What is it called? Neurotypical. I don't know how to explain it. It's the world is ending when my plans are ruined. That's just how it is. Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah. How do you stick with it? Just the world will end, but also discipline yourself and learn to discipline yourself in small bits. Don't just start crazy off the rip. Not worth it. It will not go well. How do you feel like how do you deal with feeling like what you're doing, you or yourself, fuck, let me reread that one. How do you deal with feeling like what you're doing or you yourself isn't enough? From 𝗦𝘂𝗽𝙽 𝗠𝗲. So the number one key to this is stop comparing yourself to other people. Not that I'm immune to that, by the way. I'm not saying that because I'm immune to it. I am not immune to comparing myself to other people. We all will always compare ourselves to other people. But you need to learn to change the mindset around comparing yourself to other people from, oh my God, this person's so much better than me, I'm never going to be able to do that. You need to change the mindset into, oh my God, this person is so cool, and I hope that I can do what they're doing someday. Or like, I'm feeling so motivated and excited that maybe that could be me one day. You need to like reframe all of the thoughts about you not being enough into something positive. And I will say, I also understand, everybody always says that, right? Just be positive. Okay, well, what if you like are so self-hating that you can't even like, it hurts you to be like, oh, I love myself and like, maybe I can be good one day. You can't even say that to yourself. Some people are like that. Some people have a really hard time with that. And if that's the case, then instead of trying to reframe everything to be positive and happy, you should just distance yourself from those thoughts in a different way. Think about something else. Think about, first of all, you could do another activity to get your brain off of those thoughts. Maybe go clean your room. Maybe go for a walk, something like that. Or you also can just think about other things. Think about a new project. Work on a new project. Think about how many great things there are in your life that aren't related to you, like the people in your life that you love, your pets, you know, the fact that you have like a home or friends, or, you know, just like there are things that you can think about that are not about you that are positive. So, but for both of those things, you need to practice it. It's not, for some of us anyhow, it's not a natural thing because we have the Mentos illness. Who in here has Mentos illness? I do. It's hard. But you have to learn. It's a skill. You have to train it. So, yeah. Biggest motivation roadblocks. Probably the number one motivation roadblock for me. Yeah, I turned off half of my redeems because I felt like you guys would be fucking everything up, and you're still fucking everything up. So I have no control. I left too many silly things on anyway. I'm realizing that actually all of my redeems are silly. Nothing is normal. My bad, G. But biggest motivation roadblock from 𝗦𝘂𝗽𝗻𝘲 is probably that knowing the things that you spend so much time making might just die. Everybody says, don't think about the numbers. And it is true. You shouldn't, especially not when you start. But low-key, making a video and you're like, I'm so proud of this video. I can't wait to post it. You post it. It's live. Oh my God, I'm so excited. My first video. And then it gets 1 view. And you're like, yeah, no, that's fine. I'll just go fucking sit in a corner. Yeah, that's fine. It sucks. Like, it totally blows. And it's not even necessarily that you, like, it doesn't have to be, I want to be popular. I want to have 8 billion views, you know? It doesn't even have to be that. It's just like the fact that you spent so much time on something that you want so desperately to share with other people. And there's an aspect of it that's out of your control. Because the algorithm, it knows a lot of things and it can be very good, but when you're first starting, sometimes you just get shit on. And it sucks. So the biggest motivation killer is just like knowing that you might just get screwed in terms of how things perform and in terms of the progress that you make. But It's just part of the process. Just know that everyone goes through that. Literally everyone on YouTube has gone through that. It's okay. Don't let it kill your vibe. And if you're like me, like I've been making videos and posting bullshit since 2019. And despite having my motivation killed so many times, I can't stop making videos. I just love making shit. So even if you feel like that, the need to create will always come back. So don't be worried. Best and worst thing about the challenge. In fact, 2019 was 7 years ago. Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. Okay. Best and worst thing about the challenge. Best thing, kind of similar to another question as from before, like what are the pros and cons? Best thing is that, first of all, my goal is to be full-time. I would love to make silly little videos full-time. That would be wonderful. Then I would not have to work the job that I don't enjoy. The job that I currently have pays my bills. And I have insurance and it's great. And they've taken care of me for a long time, but it is not fulfilling. So I would love to be full-time. And doing this has gotten me closer to that. So, and in fact, kind of speed ran it, you know, instead of taking my time to go through all of this slowly. I've just speed ran it because I posted so fucking much. So that's a great benefit. But then also, so many people were exposed to my content that now I have like a very loving community full of very creative, cool people that I love talking to. And I've met so many cool friends because of it. So it's not just about getting monetized and having big number, guys. You will like meet friends. Like it's really cool. It's really worth it. The more people that have their eyes on your content, the more friends you make. Hee 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 hee. I'm friend farming. I'm literally friend farming. But the worst thing is that you have no free time. That's the worst thing. The worst thing is that you will have to decline hanging out with your friends because you need to edit a fucking video that's gonna get 10 views. That fucking sucks. That sucks ass. But that's sort of the reality of it. I guess what I will say with that though, just communicate to your friends and family members that it's like, one, you have a second job or something like that. Just relay to them how important it is to you and let them know that you do love them and you want to hang out with them, but you have a big time obligation now because good friends will understand that. I only want the views for the friends of the community. Okay, I read that wrong. I thought you were just leaving it at I only want views. I was like, you know, true. Live your best life. But yeah, bringing in a community is huge. Very fulfilling and important part of content creation, for sure. I'm gonna wait till this goes away before I switch to the next question. Oh. Most and least impactful feedback. This is another, like, this is kind of a vague question from Will Most Awesome. So I don't know if this is like asking me to give my feedback on the process or if this is asking me to give you guys the feedback that I heard that made the most impact in my content. Does that make sense? I don't know which one of those it is, so I will also kind of try to answer both of those. I don't get a ton of feedback in my comments that is like constructive. I get a lot of like, this is cool, which I love and I really appreciate. And I don't really want to be backseated in my videos, so I'm totally fine with that. But I don't get like a ton of, hey, you should do this or whatever. I get some like, you should check this out and do a video on this, which I do. I do that a lot. But in terms of feedback towards me, I guess I don't really like, I don't have that much to share with you guys. But I do have, hi Autumn, also AOH. It is not too late to ask a question. You can do !Q and space and then put your question and it will add it to the queue and I'll try to get to them at the end. Where was I? Okay, so the other half of the feedback question is what kind of feedback did I get from other people to apply to my own content. The most impactful feedback that I like applied as I was doing this is to focus on your packaging. This is really important for YouTube, incredibly important, even for shorts, because YouTube puts shorts on blast, literally on the homepage in giant images. So it's still important for shorts. I ignored that for a long time because I was like, my videos can do well without doing this stupid thumbnail clickbait bullshit. I'm better than that. Guys, you're not better than that. No one's better than that. The algorithm wants what it wants. If you are having inhibitions about not thumbnail maxing and title maxing because you don't want to be a cringe fucking title maxer, just do it. Let me be the person to tell you to just do it. It's okay. No one is like thinking you're morally corrupt because you're thumbnail maxing. I had some weird mental thing about that for the longest time. Like, I can't do that. I can't thumbnail max because then people will think I'm cringe. No, people don't think I'm cringe. They watch my videos and they're like, this is cool. Nobody's judging me for my, you won't believe what the, nobody's judging me for that. They click on the video because it seems cool. And then they're like, I like this video. Nice. You know? Just do it. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, most impactful feedback, literally just write good titles and make good thumbnails. It is important, actually. But the least impactful feedback that I got is that you have to pick a niche. Is having a niche good? Yes. Does it potentially get you better brand deals? Does it potentially get you a better, more refined audience? Yes. Do you have to do that when you start? No. Having a niche when you start is kind of like, it's kind of like when you graduate high school and everyone's like, okay, what major are you going to be in college? What's your major? And it's like, some people who have been wanting to be a doctor since they were 6 years old will be like, duh, I'm going to medical school. Those are the people that have a niche when they start YouTube, right? But so many of us are fucking stupid 18-year-olds and we're like, I don't know what I want to go to school for. The fuck? I'm only 18. I'm just a baby. You know? But that's like having a niche to start. You don't need one. You can start YouTube with an undeclared major per se. And maybe you take a XYZ class, you know? Maybe you take a bio class, aka you do a biology video. You guys get the analogy, you know? You take a biology class, you take a chemistry class, you take a language class, okay? And you realize, wait, actually the Japanese language is really cool. Maybe I'll take another language class. You take another language class and suddenly you're a linguistics major. That's how it happens. But you don't have to start like that. Some people just don't know, and that's okay. So I fucking hate the whole, you have to pick a niche. Da, da, da. No, you don't. You just make like 75 different category videos and you'll figure it out later. It's really not that serious. And also, going back to the like, you're gonna get 0 views. You're gonna get 0 views sometimes. So who the fuck cares if you have a niche in your niche maxing? It's not that serious. It's not that serious. Yeah, so that's in my opinion, bad advice, at least to start. It helps later on, but like, it'll just be a stressful concept to you when you start. Also, hi Vika, welcome in. Yeah, every influencer says niche down and it literally tilts me. I think that's part of the reason why I started spite posting. Because I was like, what if I just fucking posted everything? Fuck you. What if I just posted everything? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if I just post everything? You can't stop me. And ultimately I did niche down. Like, I have a niche channel now. I have 2 YouTube channels. I have a niche channel and a not niche channel. So I never really, like, I am niche down on one channel, but my other channel, I just shit post. So feel free to do that. That's a good option. Have your bullshit channel and your serious channel. That's my strategy. My greatest fear with the niche talk is then being locked into some arbitrary thing and no one cares for you outside of that niche. Yeah, and I can say that firsthand because I started VTubing videos. I had some tutorial videos way back in the day on my main channel, but I started YouTube, like, focusing on YouTube with Genshin videos. I don't even fucking play that game anymore. And I got like a lot of views on some of those videos. Some of those videos have like 30, 40K views. That was like really good for me. And I don't even fucking play that game anymore. And then when I switched off of Genshin, it was like everyone fucking hated me. Everybody hated me. This guy thinks he can get away with not playing Genshin. Get a load of this guy. What a loser. Like, also, can you guys not reset Bugbot? Let me reset him. Genshin jump scare. Yeah, a lot of us started with Genshin. Actually, Zico's and I talked about this a while back. Zico started with Genshin too. So the niche thing, anyway, overarching topic here. Develop a niche when you feel the need to develop a niche. Just start posting videos on whatever the fuck you want. It's not that serious. How did I handle the stress? Good and bad. I am not a person who typically shares a lot of my emotional distress publicly. No judgment towards you if you do. I don't always do that. So you guys never saw the bad stuff. There was a lot of bad stuff, okay? I had a lot of breakdowns throughout this whole process. I was very stressed. It was very stressful. Especially, so after I would say the 6-month mark, that's when I really started like locking in on tutorial content. Making tutorials is like 5 times harder than any of the other content that I make. Because I have to download the software, figure out how to use the software, troubleshoot the software, figure out how to teach you guys how to use it and explain it in a way that's easily digestible. And then I have to edit it and I have to record all this B-roll of me using the software. It's like so time consuming. It took up so much time. I would literally like, there were some weeks where I would freak out. Like I was not having a good time. The first 6 months were okay. The 6 to 9, don't say anything, 6 to 9 month mark was like very high stress. I was stressed out, but I was managing. The last 3 months of this challenge, I was like burnt out. I was not having a good time. So do I think that would happen to you necessarily? No. If you're doing Twitch clips, if you're doing something very high, what is the word? Like, you have to do a lot of work to get it out, like tutorials, you might burn out. It's a lot of work, especially if you don't have someone editing for you. If you're doing this yourself, it's rough. But at the same time, this is kind of insane person shit. Forcing myself to be broken down like that because I just had to do it. It was like a rule. I have to do 7 videos no matter what. If I'm freaking out, I have to do the videos no matter what. I know I can sniff out when I'm going to burn out instantly. I know exactly when I'm stressed. It is so easy for me to pick out now because I'm so aware of what breaks me and when it breaks me because I did this for a full year. So how did I manage the stress? I burnt myself the fuck out. And now I can manage my stress really well because I know what is terrible and what isn't. Is that good? Maybe. Maybe it's bad. I don't know. But I also wanted to talk about something real fast in regards to stress that I think people don't talk about enough. And if you have a problem with this, I don't know if you should be in my stream because maybe you're a child. But I want to talk about periods for a second here, guys. People who menstruate have like 2 normal days in the month where your hormones are not fucked, okay? And it really, really impacts the way that you can navigate content creation. I don't know how there's not a video. Maybe there is. I haven't seen one, at least not naturally pop up on my feed, right? About this topic. Your hormones are fucked up. If you have to get 7 videos out and you're like about to be on your period, like you're gonna have a fucking bad time. So you need to work earlier in the week. Straight up. Straight up. You need to like learn how your cycle works. If you don't know what a luteal phase is, you need to look it up. If you don't know how your body works, you need to look it up. It contributes to your stress, whether you like it or not, in the background. And if you understand it a little bit better, you can work around it, and it is very, very beneficial. So if you are a person that menstruates, I really recommend you look into it. And it will help you a lot to know what periods of time you will be more productive and better feeling. Yeah. So that helped me handle stress too, now that I kind of know how my body works a little bit better. Because you don't learn it in school. You learn vagina bleed, and that's all you learn. You learn nothing, basically, about the details. So that is my recommendation to you. Having a uterus and doing content is like dying. Yes, it is. Exactly. Speaking of that, though, did you guys see that woman who is researching how to make periods once every 3 months? Can we please do that? Can we give her all of our money, please? That would be nice. You're a real 1G. Oh my god. Okay, next category is money. Let me take a sip. Drop her link, we gotta support her. Yeah, go fund me to make periods only once every 3 months. Okay. Money. There's only 2 questions in this category. Not a lot of people asked about money, but I'm gonna answer them anyway. This is a very long question from Royal Bunny. How do you know what to post, especially when you're not already farming clips like crazy, have the money to get art made constantly for posts, and are still working on your own larger projects or helping projects for other people? I think in essence what this question is asking is, how do you manage all of the time that it takes to do this stuff if you don't have a budget? I personally don't have a budget. I don't pay people to do anything except for I recently had some money. So the only things that I've paid for are my stinger by 𝗂𝙚, which was a recent purchase, and my chat coding. And then I have some artwork that I use. All of my overlay stuff, all of my design stuff, my model art, my model rigging, my editing, it's all me. I have a budget of close to $0 in terms of putting content out. I don't have any money. So in terms of what to do if you don't have money, you do what I did, which is you literally do everything yourself and you suffer and you have to give up a lot of your time. Yeah. If you don't know how to edit, there's 2 things that you can do. You can, 1, just like watch a bunch of YouTube videos and that fucking image, oh my god. Dude, what the fuck? Sorry, distracted. You can do one of 2 things. You can learn how to edit on YouTube and edit for free in DaVinci Resolve. Or you have the option to maybe not really edit that much. You can just do what I said like way back in the beginning, which is just record like maybe unscripted content of you like ranting, venting, whatever the fuck, because that's like close to no editing. As long as you can cut the clips down, that's pretty low key. Or the other option is you don't have any art to post because you didn't commission art, you can't make art, you can't edit. Maybe you just record little GIFs of your model moving. That doesn't really require any editing. You can just upload them to a GIF maker website, as long as you can record them in OBS, you know? So there's ways to make content, particularly on sites like Twitter, Threads, Blue Sky, or even Instagram. Instagram has like a realm of images still, despite it being mostly Reels. But text-based sites, if you tweet with a GIF like every day, you could probably be pretty successful. Twitter loves posting a GIF and some text. So there are ways around it. But ultimately, if you want to do what I did and you have a budget of $0, you just have to eat the time. The time is just going to get eaten. You have no time. Goodbye. Bye-bye, free time. Bye-bye. No more. And so then the other question, which I already answered, is how much do I spend per short? $0. I've never paid for an editor. I would like to in the future, but currently I'm not making enough money to be able to justify putting it back in. Here's the thing, guys, and I hate this. This is like some capitalism shit. You make, let's say, you get monetized on YouTube. You make $200. If you talk to some fucking investor guy that has millions of dollars and you say, I made my first $200, he'll say, invest it. Invest it back in the business. Buy $200 worth of editing, and now you don't have to edit, which means you can record more content, right? Oh my God, so big brain. That's so smart. Why didn't I think of that? Oh wait, I didn't think of that because I literally need that $200 to buy fucking groceries. Like, it's making money does not mean that you are out of the pit when you live in a capitalistic society. So spend $0 for as long as you can, because I know most of us are in the situation where any money that we make is just going to life expenses. It's not going back into business, because you literally can't do that. It is irresponsible to do that in a situation like that. Unless you're totally okay potentially ruining your life by spending that much money on whatever, you know. Go for it if you want to live that way. But I don't want to take a risk. Life is just bad with this whole inflation thing. Yeah, it's pretty tough. It's tough right now. So yeah, I spend $0. I don't have any money, guys. Strategy stuff now. This is like, yeah, just strategy stuff. It's just like about how I did things, what things I did, my method for stuff. Just get more money. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could just print some more money, right? I need to print more money, and then I need to download more RAM. And then I can be a real content creator. So what was my routine like for making content creation from Pandora Loon? So at first I would stream. I was streaming kind of regularly. This was my stream schedule throughout my entire history as a VTuber is terrible. I basically stream in bursts and then stop streaming because of life stuff. And so I've never truly been consistent. So last year I was somewhat consistent for a decent period of time until my PC broke, my new PC. I had to RMA my main drive. It failed. Very fun. Very, very fun. So up until that point, like when I was somewhat consistent, I was just editing clips. So I would stream, and then on Sundays, I would just clip my streams. Pretty straightforward schedule in terms of getting stuff done. When I locked into tutorial shorts, though, I would script on Fridays. So I would spend, a couple of hours writing scripts and researching. Usually, it's not just writing script. It's like I'd have to mess with the softwares to make sure that the script properly represented the software. So that would take, a couple of hours, if not more. On Saturday, I would record those scripts, which wouldn't take that long. It'd probably end up being like 15 minutes or something. But then I would also put it into Premiere Pro and get a transcript ready so that I could do my captions easier and try to pre-cut it down by removing all of the like pauses and boring stuff or like outtakes, And then on Sunday, I would edit all day. So in total, once I locked into shorts about tutorial stuff, probably like 20 hours a week, if not more. And you guys have to consider too, like, I'm my own model parent. I'm my own overlay maker. So I have like an allocated amount of time to making bullshit on the side in addition to editing. So it's probably more than 20 hours a week, but 20 hours a week probably in total for like scripting, editing, recording, that stuff. Prior to that point though, 7 hours a week maybe for just editing clips. Yeah. Do I literally film and edit every short each day, or do I batch create? And if the latter, how many shorts do you do in a session, and how often are sessions? From 4TB. I batch script. So like I said, on Fridays, I usually will batch script everything out. And then the recording that I do on Saturday will end up being like a whole 8 to 15 minute clip that I will then cut down. But I do edit every video for the week in one session, typically on Sundays. Sometimes if I'm having a really bad day, I will split it into, Sunday, Monday, or if it's really, really bad, I'm really stressed or something, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and I'll schedule it throughout the week. But I then will schedule, if I finish on Sunday, I will schedule all 7 of those videos to be posted throughout the week so I don't have to manually do it. So I kind of have the rest of the week off, if that makes sense. I have my weekdays off, in air quotes. Yeah. La 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 la, liberal, liberal, liberal. Be fun, la la la. I had weekdays off. The days where I work my job, I had those off for my second job, you know? Also, 𝗂𝘂𝗽𝗽𝙬, there's a cooldown, so both Q and question work. You probably got your question in, but there's a cooldown of 60 seconds, so. Did I just post daily, or did I also make time to interact with creators or anyone who engaged with your content? I was super on top of my comments, or sorry if I haven't replied to your comment before. I try to be as on top of my comments as I possibly could be because I just want to talk to people. And most of the people that are in my, especially in my tutorial videos, are people that just like are super interested in VTuber tech and VTubing stuff, getting started VTubing, or maybe you are a seasoned VTuber that's just super into tech stuff. So I love responding to people. It's very fun to me. I like to talk to people. So yeah, I mean, I tried to stay on top of that as best as I could. But in general, I would say I have like a medium amount of interaction with other creators in terms of like hanging out and like making friends. I have made a lot of friends, like I said, but I don't necessarily network or try to network really hard. I don't think that's the most necessary thing. I think you should engage with the people who seem interested in the same topics as you, and then it's not so much networking, it's mostly just like making a friend. I think the concept of networking in the VTuber community has erased our concept of what a friend is. You can just have friends that like the same stuff as you that you can hang out with. Did you guys know that? Like, I don't know why there's this, anytime there's a tutorial on like meeting people in the VTuber industry, it's like, oh, you need to be networking. I'm sorry, I don't really want to be replying to everyone on Twitter if it's not something relevant to me or some person that I really like care about. You know, I'm replying to stuff that I give a shit about. I'm not network maxing. I'm not anything maxing. At least I try not to be. The thing is that I strive to not be anything maxing because I just want to be a chill guy. As much as I can be, while also being somewhat successful so that I can quit my job. You know? You have to max some things to some degree, but... So yeah, I mean, I talk to people. Yeah, I've made some friends, yeah. I respond to comments as much as I can, and I think that is very important, and you should dedicate some time, potentially, to responding to your comments. Because there are people that took interest in you enough to the point that they wanted to engage with you, and I think it's good to respond to them. Yeah. Did you... Oh, rat... Wait, what? Did we get... Is this a double raid? Oh, there's a double raid. Hi, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 thank you so much for the raid. How are you all doing? Welcome, raiders. My name is 𝗂𝙗 𝗏𝗂𝗫, and I'm a VTuber made of flesh and blood, and I focus on tutorial content over on YouTube. Recently, I did a full year of posting every day, shorts every day, and so I got a lot of questions about it, and I figured I'd just answer them live. So that's what we're doing today. What did you do today? How was your stream? Directed at both of you, both, let me scroll back up. Milky Amelia and Bratnevia. How are you guys' streams? We doing fab? We see you on tutorials. Hell yeah. I've seen a lot of your shorts on Instagram. I'm in your walls. I'm eating your cables and your wires. You better not be hanging on to that Wi-Fi because I'm going to chew that cable up. Thank you so much for bringing your communities over my way, though. Really appreciate that. Oh, let me take a little sip. Also, where are we at in terms of, are we going to get ads? We got ads in 5 minutes, so we can yap for 5 minutes and then we'll have to take a little break. Terrible Rat and Leah didn't treat us well. What happened? What's the tea? The Phlox infection. I know what you mean. We were yapping and playing games. Ooh, what game? We had a really good stream. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you had a good stream. Good afternoon gaming sesh. Or afternoon for me, anyhow. Maybe not for you. I don't know where you are. Could be evening. They're lying. Not the gaming torment. I understood what you meant, Big G. Milky loves you. Everything will be okay, even if you're at war in the video games. But yeah, thank you so much for the raids. I'm gonna keep hopping back into the Q&A. You are welcome to stay. If you guys need to raid and head out, that's totally fine. Get some water, get some rest, and chill out. But of course, you are welcome to stay and listen to me fucking yap. If there's not, did we get both of the shout-outs, Peaky? Yeah, there's a cooldown, so we have to wait. We have to wait before we do the other one. We'll get the other one in just a second. But yeah, thank you so much. All right, let's move on. Did I answer this one yet? I didn't. Okay, so this one is from Pandora Loon. How did you learn new skills related to your content creation and VTubing activities? YouTube. Literally YouTube. Literally everything's on YouTube. You need to learn how to make art for your VTuber model? YouTube. You need to learn how to rig? YouTube. You need to learn how to edit BB? Yeah, baby. You need to learn how to edit videos? YouTube. Social media strategy? YouTube. YouTube University. Exactly. Exactly. Literally everything I know how to do, I learned on YouTube. There's a video for everything. Yeah. If you need to pick up a skill, just look it up on YouTube. There is a tutorial on it, I guarantee you. Next question, also from Pandora Loon. Pandora Loon asked a lot of questions. I think they submitted a list, and I was like, you know, I'll just throw them all in there. I'll just put them all in there. Did I have a background in a similar field, or did I have help learning from friends or strangers in the community? So I went to school for astrophysics, which is completely unrelated to any of this. So I don't have any professional training in motion graphics or video editing or anything like that. I literally went to school for STEM, so I don't know. The most that helps me out is that I know a little bit of code. So the coding stuff helps me with my stupid VTuber bullshit, like the slot machine on my robot. That's the most that it does. It had no assistance in posting everyday videos, you know? Aside from the fact that maybe his coding was a piece of content at some point. So yeah, I was a STEM major. I was. It was rough. It was a rough time, but I do know some math stuff that I probably forgot, which is fun, I guess. Your videos reminded me of so many tips I often gave to friends that I forgot to implement myself. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much, Memory Reboot. I hope you have a wonderful day as well. But yeah, so currently I work in, among us, currently I work in healthcare. I can't elaborate on that, but that also has nothing to do with VTubing or art or anything like that. So everything that I know is self-taught. I did say this earlier, I've always made videos ever since I was a kid. I've been editing stupid little YouTube videos, so that's been a consistent thing in my life, but not professionally or anything like that. So then, can you share a video of how you worked so we can see your workflow? If you guys are interested in this, I can do a video on, like, I don't know, you guys like those day in my life videos? It'd be hard to film, I guess, as a VTuber since I don't have like a real body to show you, but I could maybe do that. A work day with Phlox. Or maybe I'll do a 12-hour live stream of me editing all my bullshit. That would just be boring, though. Make it funny and memey. I did mechanical engineering. I think your major's higher on the difficulty, though. It's not like I was good at it. I mean, I was like a B student. I was like decent at it. There were a lot of very smart people in my major, though. But yeah, if you guys are interested in that, maybe I can do that at some point. I don't have any plans to right now, so we'll see. We'll see. How did I plan / gather info / script? So as a tutorial person, most of the tutorial stuff, like the software and tech stuff that I learn about, I find out about on Twitter. Twitter is just the place that I scroll the most, so that's where I get a lot of information about new things. Aside from that, in terms of planning, I mean, I will just grab the software and download it and mess around with it and make sure I get it. But the best planning tool for me is Trello. I use Trello. I don't know if you're familiar with Trello. This is not sponsored by Trello. Trello, if you want to sponsor me, reach out to me. I use Trello to plan my stuff, and I always tell anyone that is neurodivergent that Trello is a great tool to use, because Trello is kind of like a sticky note thing where you can open it up and load it, and you can literally click on it once, type what you need, press enter, and it stores it in your board. So it's kind of like a sticky note thing. Oh, ads are starting. I'll wait to finish this conversation. How about I'll pause and stretch for a minute here, and we all do a little pause and stretch, okay? And then I'll come back and finish answering this question and gassing up Trello. I'll be right back. Okay, ads are over. Sorry to anyone who got a little bit cut off. I immediately stopped talking about the question so that we would not have to have you excluded from the answer. So hopefully you got some water and stretched. And if not, you should do it right now. Where were we? How do I plan? Okay, I was talking about Trello. So Trello, not sponsored by Trello, again. They don't give me any money. I love it because it's basically a sticky note thing. I can put stuff on a bulletin board, essentially. And so when I have an idea, I just dump it in there because I will forget. We're all guilty of thinking of a cool video idea and forgetting it. Get a Trello and just dump the idea there, and then 2 weeks later when you're like, wait, what was that cool video idea I had? It's just sitting there waiting for you. That's why I use Trello. So in terms of planning, I just go on my Trello and I just scan through all of the bullshit that I've added there. Hi, Q48, welcome in. So yeah, mostly just that. But on Fridays, I kind of just go through it and pick what I'm out of all of the things that I dumped into my Trello, what things I'm going to script for. Yeah, mostly just... Yeah, Trello's great. Trello's great. See, that's the thing with Notion. So I've heard people mention Notion before. If Notion works for you, that's totally fine. When I saw Notion, it looked too overwhelming to me. Like, it looked like there was too much customization options. And that's not to say that Trello doesn't also have customization options, but Trello can just be a dumping ground. It's just like a sticky note site for me. Notion, I feel like if I started using Notion, I would get too obsessed with like how it looks and would spend more time thinking about how my Notion looks and how my Notion is set up than actually like using my Notion for actually productive things. So that's why I use Trello, because it's just a sticky note thing, basically. You need templates. Yeah. Am I gonna use my other voice anytime soon? I don't know. We'd have to call 𝗂𝘂𝗧𝗏𝗏 for that. But yeah, Trello. Trello is a good tool. How did I learn? Hi, what are we doing? We're doing a Q&A. I posted every day for 365 days, posted shorts content, and a bunch of people asked a bunch of questions on it, so I just figured I'd answer them live so I can yap and maybe go over some additional questions at the end that you guys add in as you're watching me yap. So that's what we're doing today. Hi, Phlox. Love your shorts. Just haven't caught you live till now. I just wanted to say hi and you're awesome. Thank you so much, Lord Howdy Boy. Welcome in and thank you for watching the content and stopping by. Yeah. So here, where were we? Where were we? How did you learn what worked and what didn't work? Mostly views is like the easiest metric to look at. Although truly, if you're going to look at one metric, it's probably how often people swipe off of your video. Like the retention rate is really good to help you get better at making your videos. That's fucking diabolical. But views is a good place to start. Like if your video doesn't get views, it might either be YouTube is trying to figure out what's going on with you as a person and your content, or it might be that the video was maybe just not landing, and that's okay. But in general, if a video that I made didn't get that many views, it probably would be beneficial to look back at the video and see what's wrong with it. But also, your eyes aren't necessarily trained for that, but the algorithm is. So at a certain point, you kind of have to just trust that the algorithm tried to send your video out and it just didn't perform, and just disregard it. Something needs to change. I'm going to move on. Next idea. I'm going to do something different. So that's kind of what I did. Don't cling onto things. And you will learn faster what works and what doesn't if you just, instead of trying the same idea over and over again, saying like, this is going to work, this surely will work this time, goodbye, next idea. If it does well, then you stick with that. But until then, if it just doesn't get views, that was pretty much just what I went off of. Is that the best metric to use? Probably not. Some YouTube connoisseur is probably laughing at me right now, but that's just what I did, because I feel like it's the easiest thing to look at, you know. Also, welcome in, Glitch Nova Star. Don't know you, first time seeing you. Well, welcome in. This is kind of a weird stream to be your first stream, me doing a Q&A session. It's kind of its own unique little thing. I don't usually stream on Saturdays. I don't usually do not scripted. I don't usually do presentation-y stuff like this, so. But welcome in anyway. It also depends on what you define as successful. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing too, is like, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm stuck in 200 view jail. You're getting 200 views, 200 people saw your video. I mean, that's like an entire 200 person classroom in a college. Like, that's a lot of people. So again, it's hard to decide one thing to base your is this good or not off of. You're free to choose your own. The way that I went about it was just views. So, but yeah, getting 200 views doesn't mean you're unsuccessful or anything like that. It just means, first of all, 200 people saw your video, which is fucking awesome. But if you want to hit the 1K mark, maybe next time you do something a little different. That's totally okay. They say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but hear me out. They'll never expect it again. Better yet, only edit one video and post the same video every day for 365 days. That's gonna be my next challenge. Can you grow as a VTuber posting the same video every day for a full year? Next question. Does the work pay off for the actual amount of engaged viewers you get? So I don't know if this is in regards to like YouTube or if this is in regards to like conversion to Twitch. I mean, if you pull up my Twitch stats on Twitch tracker or the Social Blade or something, I mean, I like more than doubled my view count. I think it's like there's way more people here. I mean, I'm super not used to it, but most of you came from YouTube or Facebook or something. So does the work pay off? Yes, there's a lot of people here now that enjoy the same things that I do that are here to talk to me, and that's awesome. I would say you guys are pretty engaged. I mean, you're sitting here listening to me fucking yap. So I would say that's pretty engaged. And that's for Twitch conversion though. In terms of YouTube, I feel like I also have pretty good YouTube engagement. I have pretty good Instagram engagement, but you have to consider too, I do tutorial content. So of course people are going to comment because if they're interested in it, it's something that's very easily talk aboutable, you know? It's not, I'm putting out a video, not that I don't put out Twitch clips, but when you put out a Twitch clip, if it's funny, people might just watch it and be like, haha, funny, and swipe and not comment because it's not something relatable to them necessarily. So I feel like my engagement rate is high just mostly because of of the topics that I covered. But yeah, totally. I mean, posting every day for 365 days, like you're just going to get people that like your content and want to talk to you. So totally there's a good amount of conversion there. And yeah, on my Twitch, like literally all of you guys are not from Twitch. This is insane. I started streaming, not that I've ever consistently streamed, right? I'll like maybe stream for like 2 months at a time and then stop streaming for a little bit. But I've been streaming on and off since like 2021. Also, welcome in, 𝗂𝗙𝗾𝗄𝗃 Art. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. My name is Phlox 𝗦𝘂𝗽𝗍. I'm a VTuber made of flesh and blood, and I do tutorial content over on YouTube about VTuber software and tech. Today we're answering a bunch of questions about my everyday posting challenge for a whole year. But welcome in. Thank you for bringing your community my way. Just got here because I recognize you from the tutorials I've been using. Oh, thank you for watching my tutorials. Yeah, Twitch has no discoverability. So hi there, hope that you're having a nice stream so far. Thank you so much. Yes, we are having a good stream. We're just yapping. My voice is going to be shot later, but it's totally fine. Thank you so much for the raid. What were you doing on stream today, by the way? Yeah, so I started streaming in 2021, on and off, not consistently, but between 2021 and last year when I debuted this current model, I think I had maybe 700 followers in those entire 5 years. I stopped streaming and started posting on YouTube. And I have, what are we at now? 5.3K? While I wasn't streaming. So if that says anything, you need to make offline content, guys. It's very good. I was playing Heretic, an old Doom-like game. Ooh, a little retro game? Sounds fun. I hope it went well. Morning Cup, if you want to ask a question, you have to do !question and then put a space and add your question at the end, and then it will queue it up at the end when we do audience questions. Yeah. But 𝗂𝗙𝗾𝗃, if you are super tired, need to go get some rest, don't be worried about raiding and running. You are welcome to chill and hang out and listen to the yap. But thank you again for sending your community over, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. It was super fun. Good. I'm glad you had a good time. I love retro stuff. As you can probably tell by my literal overlay right now. Tip number 1 to get followers, don't stream. Actually, though, just do YouTube. kind of crazy. But. Okay, next question. From 𝗦𝘂𝗽𝗚 what do you recommend posting if you do post daily? I would say the easiest thing to post, especially, I will watch and lurk later. Thank you so much. Sorry, I'm adjusting in my chair. I would recommend doing, especially if you stream, just do Twitch clips. If you want to do really like high octane Twitch clips, it is a lot of editing work, but you don't have to do that, especially not when you're starting. So definitely the easiest thing to do is just take a Twitch clip, mildly edit it, and throw it out there. That's the easiest and fastest thing to do. If you don't stream, you can do scripted content that is just also not highly edited. There's nothing wrong with doing scripted content that is you just yapping and maybe it's not really edited, it's you staring at the screen. Maybe there's some transitions here and there, but it's mostly just you talking. Nothing wrong with that. So that's a good place to start too, if you don't play games or don't stream. But yeah, don't do tutorials is my recommendation. It's just a lot of work. It's just a lot of work to do. And multimedia is also hard. Like if you like the gardening stuff is hard to put together. I would not recommend doing that. So Twitch clips or scripted stuff is the best bet to post daily. Especially in the VTuber realm, people love scripted VTuber content. People love VTuber gaming clips too. So it'll just do well. Or if it doesn't do well, you'll get to a point where it does well after you practice. Hi, Leaf. Oh my god, you picked me over 𝗲𝙗𝗀? What an honor. I wouldn't pick me over 𝗲𝙗𝗀. Did I find a difference in multiple posts per day? This is just not applicable to me. I'm just putting it up here so you guys know that I can't answer this question. I only posted like double posts. At some point my Facebook broke and I had to double post a bunch of stuff. And then maybe a couple times here and there, there was like a silly trend or something that I double posted because I had scripted content or scheduled content. And then I also like edited some stupid bullshit for a trend. So I really didn't do this that often. And I don't even think it made that much of a difference. In fact, I actually think 𝗦𝘂𝗧𝗎, just posted about how she posted multiple clips per day and saw a negative result from doing that. So I have no input on this. I would look it up. Sorry, I don't have any info for you. How do you choose interests so as to not niche down? From 𝗂𝑚_vestige. I can't read words. So to start, I just did everything. How do you choose interest? Just whatever interest that you have. Also, potential technical difficulties, by the way, guys. If my stream goes down, just don't question it. Not gonna explain further. So I just posted what I was interested in. So that was, first of all, gaming, like Twitch clips of me gaming offline, audio trends, like silly little animations, VTuber audio trends. What else? What else do I have in there? Gardening videos, scripted content, the bullshit tutorial, like literally just everything. Also, hello Raiders, May Moonlight. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Phlox 𝗦𝘂𝗽𝗚. I'm a VTuber made of flesh and blood, and I do tutorial content over on YouTube for VTubers and software stuff and tech. But we're answering some questions. We have a little Q&A today about, I posted every day for about a year straight, and a bunch of people had questions about it. So I'm just talking about the experience. Yeah. Welcome in though. How was your raid? Or how was your stream? How was your raid, guys? Oh my god, I can't believe you raided today. Take a little sip of my water because I've been yapping so much. But yeah, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Where was I? Where was I yapping? Thank you for spinning me. Oh, you were playing Elden Ring. How did that go? I'm scared of those games. I've never played Dark Souls or Elden Ring or any of that stuff because I feel actually I could probably get addicted to those games. I think the tilt would make me get addicted to them, which is probably what happens to everyone. Hi, Phlox. I love your shorts. They're super informative. Thank you so much, May. I really appreciate that. Thank you for bringing your community over here. I hope y'all don't mind going from high-octane Elden Ring gaming into me yapping about bullshit. Stream was good on day 32 of your 2.0 model debut / affiliate anniversary subathon. Happy subathon, and also happy affiliate anniversary and happy 2.0 model debut. That's so fun. You beat the Elden Beast! The final boss of the base. Oh, hell yeah, let's fucking go. Can we get some W's in chat for May beating the Elden Beast? Good job. I'll get there eventually. I'll play those games. I'm scared of them. You're braver than me. W. Can we get some W's and also some double U's? U. Underused Pokemon tier? Anybody play Pokemon Showdown? Sorry, we're getting distracted. Anyway, yeah, super happy for your 2.0 debut and affiliate-versary. Congrats, and also, what's the other word? Congrats and, I don't know, some other word. Happy joy, fun time. You made emotes. Oh my gosh, you should. I'll have you on Discord. Send them to me somehow. I'll follow you on Twitter. Will you post them on Twitter? I would like to see them. Show me the baby. I would like to see the baby. Oh, we're doing a Chungus War now? Okay. Thank you guys for that. Thank you. Do I have the Discord plugs? What does that mean? To my Discord? To other people's Discord? I'm gonna go stalk you on Twitter so I can see the emotes later. But anyway, I gotta lock in. I'm trying to get through this. I got a hard limit cutoff point at the 3-hour mark. So thank you so much for sending your community my way. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you need to go get some water and relax, please do so. No obligation to stay. We're just gonna keep answering questions for what do we got? Another hour and a half. We're just yapping today. Only on Blue Sky, I'll stalk you over there. Peaky, will you leave me a note to stalk them? I will come stalk you later. I'm going to come eat your art. Alright, let me lock back in. I gotta lock in. I gotta lock in, guys! I gotta do my presentation! Okay, how did I choose intro? Did I answer this? How did I choose my interest? I just posted everything. I literally just posted whatever I felt like posting. If you enjoy a thing, make a video on it. If you enjoy a thing at all to any degree, make a video on it. And then if you didn't like making the video, that's not your niche. That's how you navigate that. Okay, Ash Ketchum. Ask Ketchup, actually. is his real name. Is it hard to make each video different? Yes, to a degree, because especially with Twitch clips, like, guys, let's have a heart-to-heart for just a second here. VTuber content, we all be editing the same. It's always a sound at the beginning, you pop in, you do a Gaussian blur, you use 𝗂𝙁, you do the animated paper background. Literally every video is the same. No offense. I do it too. But they all look the same. They're all the same video. It's all the same format. It's all the same editing. Again, nothing wrong with that because it works. I do it too. But making every video different when that is the format that you know works is kind of hard. So I advise just adding in some silly little goofy edits. Like for me, I sometimes use 𝗂𝙁, but sometimes I just use like stupid stock images or like random bullshit that I find online instead, because I'm like, oh, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to do something different. So follow the format that you know works to a degree, but make every video different by just adding your own little twist on it. Maybe you use different silly images. Maybe, like, sometimes I change my model's colors just for fun in a single video. That's fun. Or do, like, 𝗂𝘂𝗽𝗍𝙬 and I just did that collab where we just traded voices for our regularly scheduled content. Like, it's just fun. You just gotta do something a little different every now and then, but making sure every video is vastly different is kind of hard when you know that there's a certain format that just works in terms of getting views and support. So, yeah. Yeah. Any cheese tactics you used? So, Transmask Phlox went hard. Yeah, that video is so funny because 𝗂𝘂𝗽𝗍𝙬 was getting, we were both getting trans comments, and I love that no one questioned it. Everyone was just like, oh, is Phlox on T now? Like, just nobody cared. And I kind of love that about my community. Nobody fucking cared at all, was not even fazed by it. And I love that because my community is trans rights. We love trans people here. Nobody even questioned it. It was kind of epic and swag. But cheese tactics, yes. Kind of what I said before with the VTuber editing technique. Oh, that's a good emote. The little equalizer of the trans flag. That's a really good emote. Yeah, there's cheese tactics. So the VTuber editing stuff. You're a trans DJ. That's fucking sick. That is a really good emote. That is a really good thematic emote. So a little sound at the beginning. Little sound at the beginning grabs people's attention. You pop in at the beginning. You pop in, or you do a Gaussian blur fade, or you do a zoom out or something with the sound effect and then animated captions. Those three together, literally, if you just implement those, forget writing a good story, forget the clip actually being funny or not. If you do those enough to just get people to watch the first 2 seconds of your video instead of swiping past it, you will just actually see an increase in views. It's stupid. It's brain rotted. But it is the cheese tactic, and it works for a reason. It's psychology, and it feels cringe to do it when you're editing, but it works. So, yeah, that's my cheese strat. Do you think subtitles at the beginning are necessary with the sound too? I think all combined, it's good. I've never done an experiment to see, like, if my views go down because I didn't have captions in the beginning, but I did have the sound, you know? I would say the more bullshit on screen that is brain rotty, the better. But to a degree, yeah, key jingling strat, but not too many keys, you know? If you put 16 sets of keys on the screen and they're all shaking, it'd be like, I don't want to watch this fucking key video. There's too many fucking keys. I hate this. And scroll, you know? But if you have, like, jingling keys and then something else, like a fun song playing in the background that everybody loves. You play CoComelon song in the background and you jingle the keys. Ooh, that's delectable. Ooh, my little brain is interested in that, you know? So to a degree, add as much bullshit as possible, but add as much bullshit that is, that serves a purpose. Captions serve a purpose. It's text on screen, it helps the person process things better. The sound effect pulls the attention in, and then the visual indicator of, like, you swiping in just visually pulls the person in as well. So those three things combined are like, ooh, stimmy, my brain is active now, you know? If you add more, could be beneficial, maybe not. If you add less, also could be beneficial, maybe not. Just depends. But tried and true, stupid sound effect, you change scenes and you put captions. It just wins. It just wins. Stolen Subway Surfers video in the background is a non-negotiable. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we need to put Subway Surfers on BugBot so you guys can actually listen to me yap. Actually, here, you guys want your keys? Here you go. Okay, guys, now listen to me speak, okay? You're gonna focus now, right? Watch the keys. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Now you're all focused. The method is being used on us. Look at the keys. But yeah, cheese tactics, yeah, the keys. See, now you guys are gonna watch. What did I learn is in the back rooms back in the day. Jingle, jingle, jingle. The back rooms. But yeah, this question is vague because I learned a lot of things, so I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. I learned everything. I mean, so all in all, I learned how to edit better. I learned a little bit of psychology in terms of how people get drawn into videos and how people focus in videos. So I'm better at that. I'm better at scripting. Probably the best thing that I learned though is like how to project my voice, which is kind of stupid and cringe to say. But when I first started, if you go back and watch my videos, when I first started recording videos, especially scripted content, also, is the key jingling too loud? It's like really fucking loud for me. Is it loud for you guys? Or is it tolerable? Is it just the right amount of jingle? Sound is good. No, it's a good volume. Okay, thank you. It's the perfect focusing volume. So you can't hear it. Wait, can you actually not? Okay, okay. What did I learn? Oh, so yeah, so projecting my voice. If you watch my old videos, I mean, it's hard to talk about because I think that just using your natural voice and just talking is totally fine. And I would say that largely my voice right now, it's mostly my normal speaking voice. Like the way that I sound right now is mostly my normal speaking voice. I add a little bit of emphasis on stream and even more emphasis when I'm recording videos. To the point where when I'm recording a video, it sounds like I'm making fun of myself. Like, what if I sounded like this? This is what Phlox would sound like if they were reading a video script. It sounds very fake when I'm reading it, but when I watch my videos back, it sounds really natural. And I think that's just because maybe it's a VTuber thing. You lose a little bit of the exaggeration of your voice when you record and when you're behind a VTuber model. So that's the number one thing that I learned is just how to project my voice better and how to just sound more enthusiastic and confident. Not to say that I wasn't ever confident at speaking, but I just didn't want to sound like a YouTube guy, you know? I don't do the YouTube voice. I don't do the, hey, what's up, you guys? What's up, YouTube? Welcome in. Today we're going to be doing... Today we're going to be talking about all the questions related to me posting 365 days, but I do it a little bit. And that's a skill that I've acquired because I didn't know really how to do that. Or rather, I couldn't bring myself to do it because I thought it was cringe. It's okay to be cringe, guys. High octane content creation voice. Yeah, and we got the keys too. The classic YouTube intro. Today we're gonna be doing a video on XYZ, but we came across some trouble along the way, and you won't guess what happened at the end. Let's get into it. Literally the formula. Hey, the formula. The secret formula. Yeah. Anyway. Anyway, what the fuck are we? What the fuck are we doing? Okay, next question. Do you feel like your content has improved? Yes, my content did not suck at the beginning, but it's easy to think that what you made is good because you made it and you're happy with what you made. And it's not to say that it's bad, but when you do it 365 times in a whole year, the content that you thought was really good does not seem as good as it once seemed to you. And my videos definitely have improved, for sure, 100%. Just because of the sheer amount. If you do this that many times, you just have to get better. It's just how it is. Sumi, is it pronounced Sumi? Says, I've seen you on Insta like 1,000 times now with some cool stuff, so I had to say hi at some point. Welcome in. Hi. Thank you for coming over here after seeing me on Instagram. However you want. Okay, we'll do Sumi then. Honestly prefer normal voices for intro and stuff over that kind of voice. Not that it's bad, it's because it can feel forced. And yeah, totally, and it does. I hope you guys don't think my voice sounds forced in my content. I feel like it's a good balance of being emphasized but not sounding like fucking YouTube guy. you know? But yes, my content has improved 100%, 100%. Okay, next up we have the planning section. So we're going to talk a little bit about the planning process. So many people ask me about how did I come up with ideas? I use ChatGPT. Just kidding. Did I get you guys? Did I scare you? Did I ChatGPT jump scare you? No, I don't use ChatGPT because I have a brain. So, but here's the thing. Sometimes it's hard to come up with ideas. Sometimes it is. Do not be tempted by ChatGPT. You can come up with plenty of ideas on your own. It is hard to do, and it's also hard to train the ability to do that. But what I will say is that one of the things that I got good at doing is just talking about myself. And the best way to find things in your life that are exciting, let me rephrase this. I get a lot of comments from people saying like, I'm not interesting enough to do videos. I don't think anything in my life is interesting enough to talk about. Okay, but what if I told you, this is like insane hypothetical. What if I told you there's a little guy, he's just a little guy, okay? He's trapped in a box. He can never leave the box. He's been in the box for thousands of years. There's nothing to do in the box. He can't look at anything. He can't play with anything. He can't do anything. He's just in the box. He's trapped there forever. If you went inside the little guy box, you would be the most interesting thing ever to the little guy in the box. Anything that you tell the little guy in the box would be interesting. And you should pretend that the little guy in the box is your potential audience on YouTube or on anywhere. Literally everything that you do can be interesting as long as you present it as interesting. The spaghetti you made last night is cool. The drive that you had in your car the other day is cool. There is a way for you to talk about those things and make them interesting. Yes, the little guy in the box method. Once you do that, once you like think about the little guy in the box, you suddenly have so many things to talk about. And yeah, so I hate when people say like, oh, I'm not interesting. You are. You just haven't used the little guy in the box method. So how do you come up with ideas? Just think about your life. Talk about your life. Talk about the things that you enjoy. Talk about the things that you don't enjoy. Talk about the mundane things. I stubbed my toe the other day and it sucked. That's a video right there. There you go. You know? But also on top of that, if you have absolutely no ideas at all, are we the guy? Yeah, you guys are the little guy in the box. You're trapped in the box. You're trapped in the box. Traps you in a box. Now watch my fucking tutorials. But yeah, like, just try and think about it that way. There's a lot to talk about when you realize that you are a unique person and that you are interesting. But at the same time, you aren't, and that's what makes people intrigued to hear your perspective, because maybe they've had an experience similar to yours that they can relate to. So, yeah. I was gonna say though, I posted 30 days worth of prompts over on Twitter. I think I mentioned this earlier. I'll leave a link to it or I'll retweet it later so that you guys can see it if you're looking for it. I literally posted 30 days of prompt ideas. So if you have no clue what to post, maybe you can start there. If you're trying to do this yourself, or maybe you just want to start doing offline content more, feel free to start there. I don't need you to credit me or anything. It's just there for you as a support item. Okay? Yeah. We're starving in this box. Please feed us. No food. Nothing is allowed in the box but my YouTube videos. What determines where the keys will move? It's on an animation loop. There's also part of the animation loop that's a little bit fucked up. So if he starts violently shaking it, that's definitely the part that's fucked up. Just ignore it. It didn't happen. Okay? But yeah, it's on a 1-minute animation. Next question from Pandora Loon and also Daniel Racer 2 is, did you ever get stuck with coming up with content ideas, and what do you do if you don't know what to post? I think I kind of answered this earlier too. A few times, yeah, I did get stuck. And basically what I said before was I dump ideas into Trello, and usually I would have 7 by the time that I wanted to script write and record videos. But sometimes I didn't, and that's okay. What I would do in that situation is, 1, you can kind of mindfully scroll, not doom scroll, mindfully scroll, open up Instagram and scroll other VTuber content. Maybe someone's playing a game. You're like, oh my God, I need to play that game. I can make a video about that game. You know, you can get inspired from just scrolling mindfully. Scroll through the VTuber tag, scroll through the game you like tag, scroll through the content that you like tag and get some ideas. Otherwise, you shit post. Otherwise, you shit post. You post a PNG of you spinning. You take your VTuber model, you put it in a CapCut edit that's like ridiculous. The cube edit. You post that. That's your content for the day. Who cares? It's not that serious. So that's what I would do. You do kind of have to get used to making filler content. If you post that much, sometimes you're just going to post a video that's not really that interesting, and that's okay. That's totally fine. Sorry, I'm sipping my drink. Also, the slot machine is very fucked up, guys. You should not be betting anything on the slot machine. It's broken. He's scamming people left and right. Straight up scamming them. So where are we? Did I have a plan for my content? No, I didn't have 365 ideas at the beginning of this. I made them up as I went along, weekly. Yeah. Next up is the lifestyle section. So this is about how I like kind of managed stuff in my life with this. How did I handle posting alongside sudden family obligations? So one thing that I did is I made Sunday off limits. I basically told everyone close to me in my life that Sunday I worked. Some people will not take it seriously when you say like, oh, I'm trying to do YouTube. And thankfully I have a very supportive family, but, and they all know that I'm doing YouTube. But if you don't have a supportive family or supportive friends or, you know, whatever, just say you have a job. You got a second job and Sunday you work. You work all day Sunday. You can't do anything with them. It's off limits. That's a good way to do it. But also sometimes there's family stuff that you can't avoid. You just got to go hang out with your family. And it's good. Hang out with your family. Spend time with your family. Oh, you won and got nothing. I told you not to do it. I told you don't do it. I told you. I warned you. I gave you a warning. He's literally scamming people. I don't know why. I really don't know why. You're betting 0. Okay. Whatever. I don't even care anymore. That's crazy. No betting 0. I'm gonna turn it off if you guys all start betting 0. I'm gonna turn off the slot machine. Stop. Stop. Just like a real casino. Yeah, just everybody's losing and getting nothing. I don't know. I've been saying this for weeks. The code is fucked up. I need to fix it. But yeah, make time for your family, but also have a hard limit for yourself is the best way to balance that. How is balancing life outside of YouTube going? It's going. I mean, the hardest thing for me is probably managing friendships, because if you don't have a lot of free time because you're using all of your free time for content creation, you don't have a lot of time to hang out with your friends, and that's stressful. So it's hard to balance. I maybe have like one friend hang out a week, something like that. And then it's also like I have to give up my content creation time to hang out with my friends. So there's like the pressure in the background of my mind when I'm hanging out that I'm you know, I'm not being productive. I'm not production maxing right now. I'm hanging out with my friend. But you gotta do it to some degree. You have to hang out with your friends. You have to enjoy yourself and you have to take breaks. So the balance is tough, but you can do it. You can do it. Okay, next question, which you guys can't see. Oh, maybe you can see it. It's only me that's frozen. Do you have a full-time job while you were posting every day before getting monetized? I think the implication here too is that I am no longer working a full-time job because I am monetized. I am still working a full-time job. Just because I'm monetized does not mean I have the ability to quit my job. Right now, I'm making... if I added up all of my income from Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, partnership, extra stuff, I'm probably making under $2,000 a month, which is great. That's a lot. That's like some people's full-time. I understand that. That's some people's amount that they could go full-time with. I am supporting my partner. My partner is disabled. He does not work. So for me, that's not currently enough to support both of us. But I still work a full-time job. So yeah. That's actually more than I thought. I mean, that's the thing. It is a lot at the same time that it's not, you know? That if you were delivered $2,000 to your house, that's student loan payments, that's groceries, that's rent, you know, that could potentially get you on your feet. It's a lot of money. But at the same time, it's not, if you live in America, like that's 1 month of rent, you know? So like that buys you a month to solve everything else in your life. So yeah, I'm still working full time for the time being. I support me and my partner, and life is expensive in the States. So maybe we'll get there eventually. But yeah, I do have a full-time job. I have 2 full-time jobs, basically. I am a VTuber on the side with all of my free time, and I work full-time, 40 hours a week. So hopefully one day. But yeah, don't think that you can just, if you get monetized on YouTube, that's it, you know? It's a lot of work. A lot of stuff goes into it. And like I said before, most of that's going into life stuff. It's not just like, I'm not putting that back in the business. I don't have the ability to grow my VTubing business per se right now. That's going into my cost of living and paying off my loans, paying off my debt, taking care of stuff. Yeah. Anyway, is this possible for people with 9 to 5? Yes, it totally is. But what I will say again, so I live with my partner. I also live with my mom. So we live together in the same house. My mom and I were living together for a while because it's impossible to afford anything in the States. And at a certain point, I was like, hey, I really would like to own a house. We're going to get fucked if we don't buy a house now. And we're paying a ridiculous amount for rent anyway. So me living with my mom is not me saving money, by the way. I have a mortgage that I'm splitting with my mom. My mom and I are on the mortgage. We both pay the mortgage payment together. So there is that. I'm paying a lot of money, but my partner lives with me, and my partner takes care of a lot of things that I struggle taking care of while I'm trying to lock in doing this VTuber stuff. So my partner helps me clean. My partner helps me run errands. He helps me cook. So yes, it's possible for someone that has a 9 to 5, but I will say that I have a wonderful benefit of living with 2 people in my house that love me and support me and care about me, that help me take care of some of those small things that maybe will get out of hand if you are living alone. So take that into consideration if you're trying to gauge like, oh, Phlox did this thing where they posted every day for 365 days. I want to try doing that. But also, first of all, I work from home, so I don't have a commute. And I have 2 people that help me live. So if you don't have that, let's say you have an hour commute to work and back, and you don't have somebody living with you, you have to add extra time on for cooking and cleaning and running errands and doing all that stuff yourself. You probably can't do the same output that I had. So please take that into consideration if you're trying to do like a little bit of a comparison here and gauge if this is possible for you. It is, but just be mindful of, it's not just the video editing. It's everything else taking up time and you having to manage that. So yeah, totally possible. Working from home must be nice. It is nice. I do really greatly appreciate that. My job is going through some changes right now, and I hope they don't make me start going to an office. It would be quite miserable. But I would just have to make it work, you know? For Facebook, did you actually post the content yourself, or did you just cross-post from IG? I use Meta Business Suite. Meta is literally just Instagram and Facebook. It's the same thing together, and they have a single website that you can post to both through. So that's what I do. I post everything manually. I don't use a poster. The keys are driving you crazy. Are they irritating you guys, by the way? Do you want them off? Are we sick of the keys? We can turn them off. Maybe we take a little keys break, okay? Wait, did that break Bugbot? Oh, no. Bugbot, are you moving around? Yes, he is. Go on, little buddy. The keys are keeping you focused. Okay, no. I'll put him back on. I'm sorry. Guys, focus up. It's all I have. Me trying to start my own business, so I get the struggle. Thankfully, what I'm trying to do is kind of go, I can't say that word right now. I'm gonna be real, I can't read that. Autonomously. But I have to support them and take care of them. Yeah, totally. It's a lot more than, it's not as simple as making enough money. It's you have bullshit in your life that you have to take care of that takes up time, and that time is a tax that makes things harder for you. Yeah. But yeah, I cross post through Meta Business Suite, and then I post directly on TikTok desktop, and what's the other website that I post on? YouTube. YouTube desktop. However, YouTube desktop does not let you select your thumbnail for shorts content. You have to do it on the mobile app, and no, it is not on the YouTube Studio app. It is on the YouTube app, the regular YouTube app, which is so fucking stupid. And no, you can't upload a custom thumbnail on YouTube. You have to embed it in the video by putting it at frame 1 or the last frame in the video so that you can select it in the frame selector. Just so everybody knows. Very fucking dumb. Had to bitch about that for a second. What was your process for brainstorming, scripting, recording, editing, and content creation while also balancing your daily life, work life, and health? So, like I said before, YouTube, very small, unknown website. Yeah, nobody knows it, but I like posting there. It's kind of underground. So, I script, I said this a couple times, I script on Friday, I record on Saturday, I edit on Sunday. But sometimes, maybe I'm having body pain, maybe I'm having fatigue, maybe I'm having executive dysfunction, maybe I have an autistic meltdown because XYZ happened, and, you know, I can't get my schedule done the way that I want to get my schedule done. It's kind of hard to balance that at times. So if that happened to me, I would basically just push the goalpost ahead by a couple of days. I need to be done by Tuesday instead, and that's fine. That would happen to me pretty frequently, I would say, quarter of the time. Sometimes you just have to do some bullshit. You just have to get used to being comfortable moving the schedule forward a little bit. And that's why I said earlier too, having a vague schedule, if you are neurodivergent, is really important because it gives you something to hold yourself to without giving yourself the ability to crash out when the schedule is not followed to a T. Sometimes life just happens. Yeah, exactly. Can we still add some questions? Yeah, you should be able to. So I'm trying to, maybe I do a little speed round here. This is taking a lot longer than I assumed it would. Where are we right now? Oh, we're getting there. We'll probably have 30 minutes at the end. I'm just sorry, I'm trying to calculate here. We'll probably have 30 minutes at the end to yap about y'all's questions. And if there's a ton of them, maybe we just do another session where we just talk about it. I just wanted to answer this is coming from people who have been following me on all of my social media up until this point and had direct questions for me, so I wanted to directly answer them, you know, because I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you guys being here in the stream too, of course. But I wanted to answer those ones that people asked on the video, you know, and in the posts about this whole thing. So, yeah, the YouTube thumbnails thing is ridiculous. Let's see. What are your plans for the future, and how do you plan to protect yourself from burning out? I know how easily I burn out now. I understand when I'm gonna burn out. It's super easy for me to snuff out at this point. I know when it's gonna happen, so I just stop working on what I'm working on. I work on a different project, or I go do something else. And in fact, sometimes I give up for the day. Sometimes I just say, nope, today's not the day. I'm going to edit everything tomorrow. I can't do it. And guess what? Those days are lovely. I have a great time accepting that I can't do it today. And then I go and I watch some TV, I hang out with my partner, I hang out with my dog, and we just relax. And it's a wonderful time. It's a wonderful reset. So I'm really good at avoiding my burnout now. And even now, I would say like I'm semi-burnt out, but not to the degree that I can't make things anymore. So I stopped this challenge I finished up in early May, and so I haven't posted every day since, or not early May, early March. So I haven't posted every day since then. But I've still been making long form content and posting everywhere else and streaming, so I don't feel burnt out because I still feel motivated to work on things. And I think that's just because I just know how to manage it now. So, but I think that's because I broke myself. I don't necessarily think that I studied my burnout and became super burnout knowledgeable. I think I just ruined my life for a whole year, and now I know how to not ruin my life. It's very apparent to me now. So I don't know that I have the best advice in figuring that out for you, but yeah, in terms of plans, I definitely want to do more challenge stuff. I think I might do like a Twitter challenge or something next. Twitter is like my primary platform that I scroll on there. I get a lot of information on there about VTubing tech. A lot of tech companies are on Twitter posting about new updates and things. So that is kind of the place that I exist on the most. And I would like that to be a larger platform of mine. So maybe I'll do a Twitter challenge, Twitter growth challenge. I don't know. Or maybe I'll do like a I streamed every day challenge. I think that'd be fun too, but I probably would have to be full-time before I can manage that. I don't think I can do that in the current state of my life. So oh yeah, and there's a giveaway for a chibi model to give back to all of the support that I've had over this past year. So if you guys want to enter, it's over on Gleam. No obligation to follow me on everything. That is just there as an option because if you follow me in one place, I want you to feel like you can be represented for following me in the one place that you follow me. So you can enter in a number of different following social media methods. But that's the link there that 𝗂𝗄𝗽𝗽 just sent if you want to join. I wish so much of the stuff that interests me, mostly 3D stuff, is on Twitter. Oh, wasn't on Twitter. Yeah, exactly. There is a lot of 3D stuff on Twitter. There is. There's a lot of software stuff on Twitter, too. Yeah. I saw the chibi model message on Facebook, and I was wondering if it was real. It is real. It is real. If you mean on message, so I haven't DM'd anyone. I haven't sent out messages or emails. If it's not from my official account, it is not me. And the post on Facebook is me. And the link to Gleam that is linked, if you do ! giveaway or go scroll back up to 𝗂𝗄𝗽𝗍's link up there, that is the link. That is the only link you should be clicking on from me. I do not give you guys links through DMs unless you request something from me. Don't get yourself doxxed. Don't lose your account over trying to win a stupid little chibi from me. Okay. Would I dedicate a year to do this again in the future? And if so, what would you do differently? I would never do this again. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I would never do this again. I would do it for a month, maybe. Like a month. Like maybe I'll do like, ooh, May Madness, March Madness, where I post every day, like just as like a yearly thing. Because 4 weeks compared to 52 is nothing. And I could definitely do that. But a whole year again? Hell no. I'm never doing that again. Unless I had a... Phlox sent me a DM on Discord with a link to a file called notavirus.png. You know what's funny? Anytime I send my friends files, I name them virus.png, virus.pdf. It's kind of evil. Also, we have ads. God damn it. Okay, let's take a little break and then we'll keep going after the break. Grab some water and stretch. And I will see you in a couple of minutes. We'll try to speed run so that we can be sure to knock everything out as best as we can. Get through some of you guys' questions that you've asked today before I have to head out to go to my movie. What controls the images shown on BugBot? It's a random chance. It's I have a set of OBS sources that I route to him on his art mesh. And it is randomly chosen. If you want to submit more, you can join the Discord and send them in the request thing, in the request channel. But you do have to be in the server for, I think it's a week before you will be allowed to have media perms, just for safety reasons. So, yeah. All right, guys, let's take a little breaky break. Stretch and grab some water, and we will be back. We're gonna run some ads, take this time to go rest, and we can keep chatting after, all right? Hi, I'm back. We have no time to waste here. The 3 minutes of ads are over. I ran and I grabbed some water and I went pee, and guess what? Now we're gonna keep going because I'm on a limited amount of time right now. Okay? And welcome back. Thank you so much. Okay, let's continue answering some questions. I wanted to thank you for the information you've provided. My model is more animated, and I installed a panic button on my stream deck after watching your videos. Oh, that's so awesome. Thank you so much for watching my videos, first of all, but I'm glad that it's helping you. Yeah, the panic button is a good thing to have. I thankfully have never had to use mine, but I definitely know a lot of people have, unfortunately. But it's such a good piece of security to have ready for you. And the unfortunate thing that evil people try to attack you. Hopefully you will never have to use it. I have dozens of your videos saved to be able to refer back to. Thank you for saving my videos. That's so nice. Thank you for watching my videos. All right. Yeah, so would I do this another time? No. If I did it differently though, if I did it let's see. I would probably stream once a week and do only Twitch clips and not do tutorial videos. Although I love doing tutorial videos, so I don't know. I would recommend just streaming once a week and clipping your stream and posting that every week instead of making original content. It's the easiest way to do it, I would say. What's a panic button? It's a multi-action on either your Stream Deck or just like on a hotkey that will basically run ads, change scenes in OBS, put your chat in like safety mode, turn on shield mode in Twitch, whatever you need to make you feel safe in the case that you get like hate rated or people start harassing you in chat. So it's a good thing to have. That is unfortunate that we have to have stuff like that, but it is very helpful if that does happen to you. It's a very good safety net. Let's see. What's next? The next questions are about setup stuff. So what specs do you need to not have a scuffed stream? I lost the username on this one, unfortunately. But I mean, up until now, so right now my current build is a Ryzen 9800X3D and a 4070 Ti Super. So I got a pretty beefy PC right now. It's doing a lot of work for me. It's awesome. But up until last year when I built this PC, I was running a 2070 Super with a Ryzen 7 3700X, which does not run as well, but it was possible. All of my content up until last year was done, streamed, made, edited, whatever, on that PC. I feel like any PC that a person has bought in the past like 3 years or so probably outperforms that 2070 Super build of mine, so you would probably be okay, but there's no guarantee because it depends on what, you know, if you're gaming, what are you running the game at? Are you running it on Ultra? Maybe you shouldn't do that. Maybe your PC can't handle it. So you have to know kind of how to manage, first of all, your game settings. Your OBS settings, maybe you need to stream at 720p because your PC can't handle 1080p. Or you also have the VTuber itself, right? Like a live 2D PNG tuber like my VTuber. It not necessarily the heaviest thing to run, but it can be. It depends. Some customizable models are relatively heavy. My model is pretty heavy, I would say. 3D models are probably heavier. 3D model might also eat, like if you're in VR chat or something like that, it's going to eat VRAM. Then that's something you have to take into account with your graphics card. So it's very dependent on a lot of things. It's not just your build, it's also what you intend to make and how you intend to stream or what kind of content you intend to make. The easiest, least terrible thing for a PC is a PNG tuber, stream at 720p, and put your game on low graphics. If your PC can't do that, it's probably going to be tough for you. Or maybe you don't do gaming streams at first. Maybe you just do chatting, something like that. But you kind of have to just test out your settings and figure out what works for your PC. So I don't have a bare minimum specs for you, unfortunately. But you should just test things. Most PCs, if you have a gaming PC that it comes from 2023 or beyond, like, you're probably fine. You're probably going to be fine. Might have to change some settings, but you're probably fine. Easiest way to caption reels? A misconfigured PNG tuber can also hog tons of resources. Yeah, a misconfigured anything can fuck you. Like, it's a lot of optimization. And even with like live 2D models like my own, like, you wouldn't think that a 2D model would be super heavy, but sometimes, depending on how the rig artist went about the rig, there might be a bunch of extra deformers, a bunch of extra art mesh, a bunch of extra texture packs that are actually making the model that probably shouldn't be very heavy way heavier. There's a lot of things that you have to take into account. So yeah, the best advice is just to try, and if it doesn't work, lower the settings, change the model, change your OBS output, you know. So But easiest way to caption Reels, so I use Adobe Premiere Pro. Boo! Boo! I hate Adobe. Don't get me wrong, I hate Adobe. Do I give Adobe money? I will not answer that. Not going into details. But what I will say is that Adobe Premiere Pro has an automatic captioning thing. It is called caption generation. Is it generative AI? No, it's not. It is typical standard AI that has been around for a long time. It is just speech to text. So, and it works great. It does not require an internet connection. So if your Premiere Pro is offline for some strange reason, it will not be a problem for you. It does not upload your voice anywhere. It does not use you for generative purposes. It is just speech to text. So that is what I use. It's done in 5 seconds. I go through, I make sure that it's accurate, and that's it. So, I only use Premiere for the subs. Yeah, the sub feature is very good. I used to do them manually. Like back in the day when I first started making YouTube videos, like however the fuck long ago, I did my captions, but I literally manually did my captions. It is a bitch to do. So I'm grateful for it, and it's not generative. Any reason that I don't use DaVinci Resolve? Mostly just because I have been using Premiere Pro since I was 8 years old. I am used to it. I know which updates have the good stuff and which ones don't. I know, how to use it. I know all of the features. I know all the hotkeys. It's literally like a home to me. So the thing is, I would love to switch to Resolve, but if I do that, this sounds really stupid, but if I switch to Resolve, or if I switch off of any Adobe product, it has to become content. I do not have the time to transfer my knowledge to a new software and be able to continue the workflow that I have now unless I somehow monetize it. And that sounds really stupid and shitty because it is, and I don't want to think about it that way, but everything I do right now has to be smart because I have a limited amount of time. I don't have the time to do that. Maybe if I'm full-time in the future, I would love to do a video that is like getting Adobe out of my fucking life. Fuck you, Adobe. Would love to do a video like that. Trying out new software, learning it, and giving you guys my impression of it, being a longtime Adobe user. Would love to do that. Don't have the ability to do that right now. So, yeah. So that's why I don't use it. Anyway, that's not the answer to this question. The answer to this question is I use Adobe Premiere Pro Caption Maker. Yeah. So how many hours to dedicate to closed captions? 0. It depends. I mean, if you're doing short form content, you can get your captions done in a couple of minutes. If you're doing long form content, you have to dedicate given you're using Adobe Premiere Pro for your captions, it'll take you the length of the video, if not more, because you will have to go through and make sure that it's accurate. I highly recommend if you're going to provide closed captioning for like anyone that needs it for accessibility purposes, that at the very least you go through and double check that they're accurate, because what's the point of having it if it's wrong? So it will take you at least the length of your video to double check and make sure, because you have to watch through it and make sure it's accurate. So, but I mean 5 seconds, 5 seconds because of Adobe, which is awesome. That's the one good thing Adobe has ever done. And the only one good thing. Okay, also, so now we're in the unrelated questions. This is not you guys' current questions. These are questions that I got that have nothing to do with anything. Or, well, not nothing to do with anything, but don't have anything to do with the 365 days stuff. So maybe we'll do a little bit of yapping here. We got about 40 minutes left, so I'll try to speed run these so we can get to your questions. Burp, the live stream questions, okay? How much would it take to be an indie VTuber? $0. I started for $0 and you can too. There's free art software. There's free tutorials. There's, if you want to do live 2D, there's a free 30 or 40 day trial. Actually, I think it's something specific. It's like 42 days or something weird like that. If you want to do 3D, Blender. There's tutorials for all of this online. All you need is a mic and a PC. Maybe you have to spend money on those, but if you have those, Everything else has the potential to be free. That's what I did. You can do it too. You don't have to spend money at all. What VTubers do you enjoy watching? Okay, I have a list that I'm gonna read really fast because I'm on a time constraint. This is a compilation of art VTubers, gaming VTubers, just chatting VTubers. These are just people that I like keep up in the background and listen to talk and enjoy their content. So 𝗂𝗙𝗾𝗍, Sentient Being, Yoshino Art, Likeable Leaf, Cherry Lemonade, Blubber Muffin, Cyberpunk, Salty, Fairy Sammy, Kira Omori, Grimmeable, Vico, JPEG, Yomi Quinley, Moonbitch, Big Nose Bug, Ovi, Cabal, Zikos, VTuber Mail, 𝗂𝗏𝗽𝗍, 𝗂𝗍, and Dewey. These are some of the people that I keep on, especially because they stream often when I am working on stuff during the day. So Blubber Muffin's pixel art is absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, these are all amazing VTubers that you should go check out. They're very talented, very silly, very good at games. I watch a wide variety of VTubers, so yeah, definitely check them out. I had to put their names on blast real quick because I don't have time to do a showcase for everybody, but those are some phenomenal VTubers, so definitely check them out. How dare you? I will be crying soon. Are you gonna stream Twitch and YouTube at the same time or just live on Twitch? I'll get to it eventually. It scares me right now. YouTube stream scheduling is fucked up and evil and weird. Why is it like that? Anybody? Hey, what's the deal with that stuff, huh? What do you have to schedule a stream on YouTube and put a thumbnail, huh? What's the deal with that? I don't want to do that. Why the fuck is it that complicated? I have the item plugin ready to go. I even have my vertical scenes ready to go, but I do not want to fucking deal with setting that shit up. I don't know. We got a wise guy here. Yeah. So eventually, but not right now. It's stressful to me and confusing. If I do live stream on YouTube, it'll be on my other YouTube, not my tutorial YouTube though. I schedule you like schedule yours like 5 minutes before. I tried to do a test schedule stream at some point and I got so overwhelmed I haven't touched it since. I don't know why. It's probably not that hard. I'm just scared for some reason. What software do you use for captions? I already talked about this. Adobe Premiere Pro. It's just super easy. Yeah. Unfortunately, it is a paid for software. So, you know, paid for software. So you can't get it if you don't have money, guys. Okay, next. Favorite breakfast meal? What do you guys like to eat for breakfast? I love breakfast foods. Breakfast for dinner is amazing. I love corned beef hash. I love eggs and bacon and sausage and potatoes. So fucking good. There's a breakfast place that I go to around here that has this absolutely fucking delicious hash meal that is like avocado and tomato and potato and egg, and it's so good. I love it so much. That's my favorite. It's so good. I like sweet breakfast too, but I think I'm a savory breakfast person at heart. So, yeah. How do you start VTubing? You become a PNG and you press go live. Yeah, everything's tutorials online. You can learn how to start VTubing online. You need OBS, you need a PC, you need a microphone, and you need a model. That's all you need. You put it all on sources in OBS and you press a go live button. Everything is potentially free. You can start tomorrow. As a matter of fact, if you need a model, if you need a PNG tuber, I have a pic crew you are allowed to use, and I have a tutorial on how to rig a pic crew model to put into VTube Studio. Not that that's a typical thing that you would necessarily want to do, but if it's something that you're curious about, I have a tutorial on it. Go watch my YouTube videos. Something you wish you knew before VTubing: people will bully you. People will be mean to you. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm trying to speedrun this as best as I can. People will be mean to you, and the thing that sucks about content creation and influencer culture, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is people will always be like, you have to have tough skin. You're gonna get hate comments, and you just have to have tough skin to learn how to deal with it. Okay, but what if I don't? Okay, but what if I'm a sensitive person? Okay, but what if I read a comment and it really hurts my feelings? Nobody fucking talks about that. What if you're a sensitive person? I'm a sensitive person. I read a comment that's fucking mean and it pisses me off and it makes my day terrible. So what do you do in that situation? No one talks about this. I wish I knew this. It's okay to be a sensitive person and be a VTuber or be on the internet. The way to go about it instead is not to develop a thick skin. You don't have to do that. You are allowed to read a comment that is upsetting and get upset about it, but what you need to do is you need to train the muscle memory to not leave it there, delete it, get rid of it, don't respond to the person. You have to train the muscle to just manage it in a way that is different from compartmentalizing it. You are allowed to get upset about it. You are allowed to get upset about the hate messages. It's okay. I do that. Sometimes I get upset. Nobody wants to admit it because nobody wants to be the topic of discussion. Like, me saying that is probably a key for people to be, oh, let's go bully Phlox because they're sensitive. Whatever, man. You know, whatever. I'll be the person that tanks the damage if it means that anyone out there that is sensitive gets to hear that there's a sensitive person that gets upset by hate comments. I'll be that person. Because it fucking bothers me. And it's not normal to get comments like that. But those people are in a bad place, and it's not your responsibility to teach them to not be in a bad place. And you're allowed to be upset about that. But there's a way to go about those comments that is not just shoving it in a corner and having, in air quotes, thick skin. You don't have to have thick skin. Wish I knew that. Ooh, keys. I just want those people to be chat restricted. Yes, speaking of which, Instagram has a really great feature. Never thought I'd be saying something positive about Instagram. Instagram has a feature called Restrict, which removes comments from a person and doesn't block them, but basically prevents them from interacting with you without them knowing that you blocked them. Because some people will be like, ooh, they blocked me. I commented something mean and they blocked me. LMFAO. They don't even see that you blocked them. They just get removed from your life permanently, and they don't even know. Beautiful feature. I wish it was on every app. It's a wonderful thing. If somebody comments something mildly annoying, restricted, get the fuck out. Goodbye. You've been removed from planet Earth. I never have to see you ever again, and you don't even know it. You're a ghost. Goodbye. Love that feature. Yeah, put him in jail. Get out. Yeah, YouTube has it too. This is true. Sunti's right. You can hide user from channel and it does the same thing. It will just, like, it leaves their comment there, I think, on their end. Like, they can see their comment, but it's not actually there to anyone else. Which is super troll. It's very funny. Anyway. Oh, also, as an addition to this, the one thing that I didn't know before I started VTubing, do you guys know how often people upvote their own comments? I'll get a comment on a video that has 0 views, like the second that the video comes out, and it'll have an upvote. I'm like, you upvoted your own comment. It's really common. It's very funny to me. I feel gross if I upvote myself. That's how I feel too. It is really common though. It's very funny. Gotta be your own cheerleader. True. Very funny. Do I plan on doing song covers? Hell no. I can't sing, guys. I can't sing at all. I wish I could. I love singing. But I don't my voice is not trained. It doesn't sound good. So if I ever wanted to do covers, I would have to like fundraise for vocal lessons or something. You know? But that's not going to happen anytime soon. So if I do release a song cover, it's probably going to be an 𝗬𝘗. I've considered doing that. Maybe I would do that. But yeah, that's not going to happen. I don't sing. Me no sing. No karaoke. No idol culture here. Me no sing. Just wanted to pop in and say thank you for the helpful videos. Helpful VTube, I can't read. Helpful VTube Studio shorts and videos. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching my videos. Fade to Static, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. I learned mixing and mastering. That's not gonna help me, trust. It's not gonna help. So no vocal covers, not for the time being, no. How many toggles? Oh, okay. So this question and the next question, how many toggles, accessories, and actions can your model do? Plus also, what are BugBot's features? And we can do a brief tutorial, I'll show you guys everything, okay? Unbalded. I'll give you back bald in a second though, trust, okay? Hair, we got regular hair. We got half up hair, we got bun, okay? Now I'll make myself bald again. Bald is a toggle in itself. Wow, so fun. Cat mode. My ears are off because I'm bald. Okay, cat mode. We got blood on my face splatter. Ooh, I just ate a person. Uh-oh. We got my eyes are dead. There's no reflection in my eyes. We got, oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Oh, I'm in love. Hee 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 hee. Oh, wow, that is so fun and epic and fun and exciting. Ooh, now I'm gonna drink a beer. Now I'm gonna drink a beer. Yum, yum. Okay. What else do we have? Why are my boots not blue? What the fuck? Okay. Shirt, on and off. Apron, on and off. Belt, all the belts are customizable. Belt. 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 So I can look like this if I really want to. I can take, oh, I don't even have a hotkey. Oh, wait, maybe I do. Knee pads. My gloves. My shoes. I'm not taking the thigh highs off while the shoes are off. Oh. TOS? Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. I don't think I have a button for the thigh highs. I also have, this toggle. And I also have, this toggle. That I have to stay down here. I can't really like show this because the bottom half is TOS, but this is a toggle that I have. La 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 la, liberal, 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 happy fun, la la la. Okay, they're going bye bye. Say bye bye. Are my clothes back on now? Where am I? Where did I go? Are my clothes on? Yes. Okay. Anyway. Yes, I got a lot of toggles. And then BugBot's got a bunch of toggles. BugBot has, oh yeah, also I got Chungus. Then I can kill myself, and I can kill BugBot. And BugBot can say hi to you. Hi, hi. Oh, he has his keys out. Here, look. He said, hi. Hi, everybody. Hi, hi. Okay, now he gets his keys back. Okay, and then we got, I can kill BugBot. Bye-bye, BugBot. And then he has a randomly chosen animation for his turn back on animation. It is one of 7 things. They're all old consoles. And what else do I have? Oh, BugBot has a clock. A real-time clock on him. So that's fun. And I can spin. And, oh, my headset can come off. You can see my ears that are human. I'm a human being, okay? Stop. Everybody's calling me an elf. I'm a human, obviously. Can you play games on BugBot? I can. What the fuck? I can. I can show you guys that at some other point. I can basically put anything that I want on BugBot. He is actually an active screen from an OBS source. So, yeah. And yes, I did all of this. This is all my art, all my rigging, all my coding. So yeah. I see, I don't even need an emulator. I can put anything on BugBot. Like, I don't have the time to do this right now, but it's literally a source. It's an OBS source. So if I can put the game in OBS, I can put it on BugBot. It's being injected into his art mesh, like inside of the rigging. So I can put anything that I want onto his screen. Yes. Okay. What are we doing now? Okay, now we might start with the actual questions. I think this is going to be all the questions from you guys that have appended on here at the end. Let me just double check that they are appropriate real quick and that there's no fucked up strange questions. Actually, I know there are fucked up strange questions. Let's do whatever. Let's just do it. Oh, do I like Metal Gear Solid? Also, never played any of those games. Weird because my model looks like Metal Gear something or other. I get that comment a lot. I've never played any of them. I'm sorry, guys. You're fucking awesome. That amazing talent and skill. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. So, why did I start VTubing? I watched a Temmie stream and thought it was the coolest fucking thing on planet Earth. I didn't understand how it was like a live animated thing. Thought it was really cool. I wanted to do it. I looked up Live 2D. I watched 𝗂𝙗𝗎𝙗's tutorials. Shout out to 𝗂𝙗𝙗𝗎. She's fucking sick. Love her. And shout out to Temmie too. Also a absolutely amazing human being. Very talented. But yeah, just thought it was cool. That's why I started VTubing. Thought it was cool. Full blooper reel when? I mostly delete them now, and I don't have as many as I used to, but I'll try to compile them. Shout out to shoutouts, guys. Okay, next questions are, here's the questions from the live stream. Now, the first questions that are here are not from the live stream. They are from my last stream on Thursday when I asked for everyone to check to make sure that my question thing worked. So they're not even questions. I think they're just fucked up and weird. So I'm going to like speed run them. Why use many word when few word do trick? Exactly. I agree. Here's my normal question. That's from me. It's a very normal question with an exclamation mark at the end. That makes it not a question. Poop. Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? Poop? Yes or no? What else do we have? What's your favorite flavor of paint? Orange? Did this work? It did. It's right there. Will you be doing more games or more just chatting streams? Haven't decided. I like both. The thing is, I know a lot of people don't like streaming games because they feel like their numbers drop. I'm gonna be real, guys. I straight up have my live view count blocked. I don't look at it because I don't want to think about it. So I love playing games on stream. I think it's very fun. So I will definitely play games on stream. I like just yapping with you guys for hours on end too, though. But my voice can't always handle that. So poop out of 10. Good, I agree. Hi, Dynamic Mysterio. Welcome in. We're doing Q&A, but these are all cursed Q&As from my chat. Well, some of them are normal. I shouldn't say all of them are cursed. Which would you rather fight, 100 Stream Deck Minis or one Stream Deck Plus XL? 100 Stream Deck Minis, that's a lot. I think I would fight the XL. I'd take the risk and fight the Stream Deck Plus XL. Also, sorry, the check-in thing is at the bottom there. Let me move it up. It's been like that the whole stream. Whoopsie. Is your favorite flavor of frozen yogurt the poop flavor? Have you guys seen Nathan For You? Did you guys see the poop yogurt? I'm not elaborating. Anyway, moving on. What made you start streaming in the first place? I love video games and I love VTubing as a form of expression. So I just like streaming because I like talking to people who have similar interests and I like sharing things that I enjoy. And also the best part about streaming, in my opinion, is that you can be social without having the obligation of being social, because if someone's being weird and creepy and annoying in your chat, you just ban them. And you can't do that in real life. When you're at a mixer meeting people, when you're at a work event meeting people, you can't do that. You can't just block people and tell them to fuck off. But in your stream, you can. So it's a very comfy way of expressing yourself. I wish you could though. Yeah, totally. I wish I could block people IRL. I know. Isn't there a Black Mirror episode about that? When ass ketchup Ned Bigby co-op oiled penis stream? I don't know. When is a good time for you guys? Are you guys free next weekend? Now. How long have I been into gardening? I've been gardening since I was a kid, technically. I've always had like a little herb garden or something. I've always had houseplants, but I never had a garden until 2 years ago when I moved into the current house that I live in. Now I have plenty of space to have an actual active large garden. So technically all my life, but really only the past couple of years. Wigs? And when will you wear wigs? Oh, that's a good video. Iconic. Is that an I or an L? ML is not for the when to lasagna. I don't know. That's something that we all need to think about at some point in our life. As we age, as we grow, as we learn, we all have to consider this at some point, you know? I haven't decided yet what I think about that personally. I'm still learning. Do you wear wigs? Have you worn wigs? Will you wear wigs? When will you wear wigs? I wish I could like do the laugh that 𝗂𝙀𝗎 did in that clip. It's so fucking funny. Is there a topic in streaming you'd love to cover but are not familiar with yet? Singing. I would love to do a how to fucking karaoke, how to learn to not suck ass at singing. Or rather, like, use myself as an example for I suck ass at singing. Can I get better? I would love to do a video on that. I got you. Not anytime soon, but maybe one day. Also, I think I'm perma-bald because I manually toggled it on, so I will be removing this so I can be normal, and someone's just gonna activate it again then probably, so. Pay up. Did you know if you put a wooden spoon on your pot while it's boiling, the pot spoon water will the spill water pot, the boiling pot water, steam spoon would? I did know that. Anybody that knows anything about putting water in a boiling pot would know that, actually, so. If you don't know that, I mean, I don't know. Get with the times. What is the hardest part of setting up the whole UI system? Like this stuff with my VTuber stuff? Or you mean like the bug bot shit? Setting up the whole UI system, like setting up this thing, for example, this like me cycling through questions thing was pretty fucking annoying. Just because I haven't done it before, but you can just code custom stuff in StreamerBot. So I would say that the biggest hump in making cool bullshit that is interactive in OBS is just like learning C#, which is not terrible to learn. It's a very readable language. But that's the hardest part. Aside from that, graphic design, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the most creative in terms of graphic design. I feel like this just like looks like generic CRT TV like retro stuff, so I don't think it's like the best example of like, oh yeah, I'm a graphic designer, bro, it was hard to learn. But that can be an aspect that is challenging to learn, given you try super hard. So yeah, but I would say coding probably is the hardest part of all that stuff. Any tips about promoting the streams online? What I said earlier, just make offline content. That, like, please just take it from me. 5 years streaming, 700 followers, stopped streaming, did YouTube every day for 6 months, more than quadrupled my following while not streaming. So promoting online content, promote offline content. That's how you do it. That's my number one tip. How many long form videos did you do during the year as well? I try to do one a month, which is not a lot. And I think I did that maybe in the past like 5 or 6 months. I may have done one per month, which is good for me. Especially because it's tutorials. Tutorials are pretty hard to put together. But yeah, and I would say that I definitely got a big boost on YouTube from that video about the 90-day mark. That video did really well. Kind of as expected, because unfortunately the reality of putting out videos about doing well on YouTube is that everybody who wants to do YouTube wants to watch videos on how to do well on YouTube because everybody who's starting on YouTube wants to do well on YouTube. So that video did well. So I definitely got a boost from that video. But in general, I think my long form is not like the most performance stuff because a lot of it is just evergreen. Like if somebody needs to learn how to do something, they can go find it. So, but that one video definitely impacted things. But yeah, maybe once a month. Maybe once a month. How do you find topics to make videos on every day? I struggle some days because I feel like I'm repeating topics too much and that no one will relate to it. The little guy in a box method. If there was a little guy in a box that hasn't seen the light in years, months, whatever, you would be the most fucking interesting thing ever. So if you're assuming that no one will relate to it, you're just wrong. That sounds mean. Sorry. I don't mean to be like, you're wrong, actually. But it's true. Something that you do will be relatable to someone out there, and it might take a while for you to establish that someone, or for the algorithm to establish that someone, but there is always a person who can relate to you. So no matter how boring or how weird or how specific or unique you think your idea is, somebody's going to really enjoy it and somebody's going to relate to it. So definitely just go for it. But how do I find topics? Yeah, just look inside yourself. Look inside yourself. Look deep inside yourself. But actually though, like, talk about the meal that you ate the other day. That's an idea. Let me look at my desk right now. My desk, well, I'm covered in fucking product that I don't really want to put on blast right now. I look down, okay, my controller, my Xbox controller. My Xbox controller broke. I do a video on how my Mobo has Bluetooth and my Bluetooth doesn't work. What's the deal with that? There's a video idea. What else is around here? What's on my floor? My floor is fucking dirty. I do a video on why is vacuuming so fucking annoying even though it takes 5 minutes? Everyone can relate to that. There's a video idea. Is it boring? Hell yeah, it's boring. Nobody wants to make a video on a fucking vacuum, but it's relatable. There are ideas surrounding you in your room right now. You can make a video on anything. And the good thing is that the more videos that you make on anything, the better you will get at selling the idea as interesting, even if it's not, because you're just practicing. So everything is an idea. But also I have prompts on my Twitter, 30 days worth of prompts to give you ideas to get you started. Again, I will link those at the end and we'll retweet them on my Twitter so you can find them easily. I consistently find your perspectives and videos heartwarming and encouraging. Thank you so much. That's very sweet. I really appreciate that. Thank you for being here. For live streaming, how do you stay focused when chat is doing its absolute best to throw you off? Completely unrelated to the Chungus war going off as I submitted this question, of course. Okay, that's an acquired skill. Am I good at it? I'm like maybe a 6 out of 10 on staying on task, I would say. It could be worse. But in general, I think this also has something to do with the fact I've been streaming for a long time, like on and off, not consistently, like I said before. But I've always had fucked up, stupid, weird redeems going off in the background. Something's always broken and chat is always laughing because everything's fucked up and weird. So it's never bothered me. I'm just used to it. This is the norm. So if you guys are Chungus warring and I'm talking about, it's okay, guys, like, we're all learning and growing as people, and we're all gonna make it someday. And you guys are just Chungus war. I don't even think about it. I don't even think about the Chungus war. It's out of my mind. It's honestly, I'm used to it. I'm used to it. It's the easiest way that I can answer that. But I guess it's an acquired skill because I definitely used to get thrown off by things breaking or by things being boisterous in chat. I'm better at it now. Acquired skill. I sit in my own mind palace when I'm streaming as much as I can to tune out the chaos so I can stay focused. But yeah, I guess you know how ballerinas, when they are doing their little spinny spins, pirouette, whatever the fuck it's called, the way that you don't get dizzy when you do that is you have a focal point. And every time that you do a spin, you stay focused at that one point. And that's like the point that you check in with when you spin around. That's kind of what I do with chat. I lock into a statement in chat And then if I get distracted, blah, 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 I remember, like, Storm Prime, Bluetooth on my friend's computer didn't work. Okay, oh, you guys, Bug Bites keys. Oh my God, the other day I ate an apple and it was so good. Video games. I'm playing video games. Oh, my apple keys. Okay, and then I look back at chat and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, wait, Storm Prime said Bluetooth, and I lock in on that comment. It's like most recent comment that I was talking about, I try and store in the back of my memory so I at least have one thing to return to if I do get distracted. And honestly, that's not foolproof because sometimes it doesn't work. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. That was long-winded. Gen X here, what's your opinion on someone older trying to enter the industry, both from a financial and an entertainment viewpoint? I'm 29. I think that makes me a Gen Z. So I only have Gen Z perspective. Like, ultimately, I'm only in the perspective of, like, my age range, okay? But there are tons of people of every age. That makes me onk. Fuck off. Ban Apple for 10,000 years. They're 31. Yeah, there's tons of people of every age range on Twitch. There's, oh my gosh, what's her name? I just love puzzles. Is that her name? I don't know how old she is, but she is not in the same generation as me. She's in a different age range than me. It's an age range greater than myself, and she is doing phenomenal on Twitch. She is a magnificent streamer. Her like tagline is Granny Puzzle Doer or something, like that's what she calls herself. So any age range can be successful. How to get involved in it? The same way that anyone does. Just talk about what you like, do what you like, and your people will find you. I don't think you should think about it from the perspective of no one's going to relate to me because I'm older, or I'm going to have like a crowd of younger people than me that maybe I don't want to interact with. Your people will come to you no matter what, no matter the age range. I love watching streamers that are 20 years older than me, and I like watching streamers that are, I'm not going to say 20 years younger than me. I don't want to watch children. No offense to children that stream. I don't think you should be streaming. But I'll watch people younger than me too, you know? Everybody has something that we can relate to, and even though we're all going through different phases of our life, something about you is going to relate to someone. And again, as long as you have a PC, if you want to get into VTubing, as long as you have a PC, as long as you have OBS, as long as you have a model, you can VTube. It's fine. Doesn't matter the age, doesn't matter your gender, doesn't matter where you're from. You can make it happen, and your people will find you. Luca is 49. Yeah, Luca is 49. Wow, Grandma is 80 plus. There's everyone, every age range, and that's the beautiful thing about Twitch. Because if you have a computer, you can stream. It's cool. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. From a financial viewpoint, again, you can do things for free. The only thing that you really need is a PC and a mic. A model you can get for free. But if you got the other stuff, so a PC, bare minimum, you're probably, well, right now, RAM is ridiculous. Bare minimum, probably over $1,000. RAM right now is ridiculous. So I can't say for sure what the cost of a full build is right now, but you'll be out a couple grand if you don't have a PC and you don't have a mic. After that point, you're in. Didn't a granny also win a streamer award for her clutch in CS? I don't know anything about that, but I wouldn't be shocked. What would you have done differently when you started this challenge? Not done tutorials. Do Twitch clips, it's easier. Do just mass output Twitch clips. Yeah. And also give in to the thumbnail bullshit. Let the thumbnail maxing happen, let the title maxing happen. Stop being afraid to be cringe with your stupid clickbait bullshit. Everybody has to do it. It's part of content creation. It's very hard to avoid clickbait shit. So just do it. That's my other advice. That's what I would have done differently. From the get-go, title and thumbnail maxing. I'm cringe and that's based. Everybody say it with me. I'm cringe and that's based. How do you go about trying to improve in every video? So the easiest way to do this, like if you're really set on getting better at editing, or for example, if you don't know how to edit at all, I think the best way to go about this is if you are watching other content, when you see like a funny, silly little edit, pause the video, write it down. Oh my god, I really liked when they did that spin effect. They had their character like spin like they were a 2D piece of paper or something like that, spinning. Write it down, 2D spin edit. Very silly. To me, that's easy. I know how to do it. I've been editing for years and years and years. You're learning how to edit. Maybe you don't know that. Next video, you pop that in there at some point. You figure out how to add that in just so that you can learn how to do it. Suddenly, somebody else watches your video, oh my god, that's so silly, that little spin edit, that's so funny. Your video is instantly better because you learned a new skill about how to do a funny little silly spin thing. And it's potentially beneficial to you. And slowly, if you do 10 videos, now you have 10 new acquired skills, and you can put all 10 of those new things that you've learned into your next video. So suddenly, your video that had no edits in it now has 10 different styles of edit in one video, and it's way more interesting and way funnier, or I don't know, visually exciting, I don't know, to whoever's watching it. So do one little thing at a time in every video. On top of that, there's just the regular stuff, you know, cut out extra air, learn about when you don't cut air. Sometimes you want to leave a little pause in there. That's important too. Maybe you learn about how to make the hook more interesting. Just do one thing at a time. Don't obsess over one video. Just try to do one thing per video, one little small thing. Is it bad to add too many things in a video? It can be. I think the ADHD, like, bullshit maxing helps you win in the algorithm, but also all the small things, small things, small things, small things, small things. Yeah, it can be bad. So don't just add bullshit for no reason. The bullshit that you add needs to have purpose. Purposeful bullshit. Okay? We got purposeful bullshit, tiny guy in a box method, okay? Are you guys following? How do you overcome the feeling of being overwhelmed when you want to do something but it feels overly monumental? Also 2019. Okay. No to the second part of the question. How do you overcome the feeling of being overwhelmed? I'm not really the person to ask about that. I'll be honest with you guys, I crash the fuck out when I'm overwhelmed. I literally will have a mental breakdown over it. But what I will say is that having a mental breakdown over things and crying for a long time is actually sometimes good. Sometimes that's your body's way of being like, you need to stop, and you are refusing to stop, so I'm going to make you go sit down in bed and lay down for 45 minutes because you can't do this anymore. So if you have the ability to prevent the breakdowns that could potentially happen from you being overwhelmed, take a step back, go outside, walk around, pet your dog, pet your cat, talk to a friend, go hang out with your friend, do something that is not your content. And then when you come back, instead of being like, okay, I have to do one of the 17 million fucking things that I have to do. Well, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I need to do one of them to get started. Chill out. Make a list. Write down everything that you can think of that you need to do. This is especially good for neurodivergent people too, if you tend to forget things that you need to do. Instead of obsessing over which thing you need to get done, make a list and just arbitrarily decide when to do first. Doesn't matter which one, you just need to do one. It can be very overwhelming to see all of the things that you have to do. Write them all down and pick one. And that's it. Okay. Do you feel any responsibility once you start to have a following? And related, do you think a creator should feel any responsibility towards their audience? Yes and yes. It's definitely a weird feeling. Like, I wanted to jumpstart everything so that I could get closer to quitting my job. And my expectation is maybe I would build a little bit more of a following so that I could start pushing for brand deals and more consistency. And to my surprise, things kind of blew up. I was not expecting my accounts to be where they are right now. I was not expecting to be partnered with Elgato. I'm very thankful for all of this, of course, but I wasn't expecting it. And so I feel like I have this unique perspective. I mean, not necessarily fully unique, because some people have experiences too, right? Some people will blow up overnight. And you suddenly go from having, like, you know, a small chat where it's very intimate and you're talking to everyone and you're reading every comment, to now I can't read every message and I feel guilt because I'm like, oh my God, I'm so used to reading every message and now I can't do that anymore. And I feel bad about it. So yeah, I feel like this weird sense of responsibility because I want to still have that connection with everyone that, like, I used to. And it's like, it's hard to balance. It's hard to think about at times, but I guess I just have to remember that everyone that is here because they enjoy the same things that I do. Maybe they've learned something from me. Maybe they just want to hang out. Maybe they just want to be a part of the community. And hopefully everyone is aware that I'm trying my best to communicate with you all as much as I can. And, you know, I have other life responsibilities and obligations to where the amount of time that I have to allocate towards talking to you, it's not enough to talk to everyone anymore. And I just hope people can understand that. And I think you also have to be not the boob toggle. Also, I just saw that. I think you have to mentally balance the fact that you won't be able to get to everything anymore, and that's okay. That's just a part of it, and just do your best. I do feel a responsibility towards my audience though too, especially because I do tutorial content. I don't want you guys to be downloading sketchy bullshit. I don't want you guys to be getting yourselves in trouble with trying to get software that you don't want to pay for, because these are things that come up in my tutorial content. So I feel responsibility towards you guys in a way that's like, I don't want you to make mistakes. I don't want you to mess things up. Like if I did a PC building video, you know, I don't want somebody to go build a PC and watch my tutorial and I skipped over something and then somebody's PC is fucked because they watched my tutorial and I didn't mention don't put 8 pounds of thermal paste on your CPU, you know? Honestly, that's your own fault. But you get what I'm saying though. I definitely do feel responsibility. So, yeah, I do need to go at the 3-hour mark, but it's fine because Peaky and I talked about it. The movie, they always play bullshit at the beginning, so I'll be okay. We'll be okay. I'll try to speed run a little bit. I'll try to speed run. I don't think there's too many more. What's your way of meeting other creators, like in their posts, showing up in their streams and chatting? All 3 of those. Joining their Discord. I'm not much of a Discord user. I chat in my Discord as much as I can. I love talking to everybody in my Discord. I think they're all aware that I struggle sometimes to consistently be there, but I try my best, and I love yapping with y'all when I am in there. So given I can barely keep up with my own Discord, I'm not really like a join somebody else. I'll join your Discord and I'll be there to physically be there. But I don't talk a lot. So yeah, for me, it's the other ones mostly. So liking a post, replying to the post, showing up to streams and chatting. I'm mostly a lurker, but I'll come bother you in your chat if I want to hang out with you. Yeah. Most of the friends that I've made have messaged me first. Because I'm a loser. Anyway. Yeah, good way to start though is just Twitter replies, I would say, if you're nervous. Did you ever want to commission an artist for a model? From vtuber? Why vtuber? You trying to rig for me? You trying to pull a commission? vtuber's doing some sick art for me, by the way, right now for my Elgato panel. I'm very excited about it. Would I ever commission someone for a model though? Definitely. I don't know that I would commission someone for a main model. I think part of what makes me enjoy VTubing so much is getting to learn and get better. And play toys is the easiest way for me to say it. I mean, if you look at my old models, they were never bad. I will never call my old models bad because everybody's art is beautiful at every stage. I wouldn't call them bad, but I've improved a lot, and I'm happy with that. So I kind of enjoy having this like archive of my work by just looking at my models, you know? So I really enjoy making my own models. But would I commission a model just to have like, ooh, maybe I do like a Valentine's Day thing and I commission a Valentine's Day model or like a Christmas model or something? Totally. Yeah, I would totally do that. Vico? Vico trying to make a holiday model with me? That's nothing. What do you guys think? Do you agree or disagree? Yes or no, or are we on the fence about this one? -2, okay. +10, okay. Hard agree. Agree to disagree. I have a question for Bugbot. What is miasma? Miasma is literally the essence of decay. I think that's like an old-timey word. Miasma is like, here, let's look up the exact definition. It's like the essence of like decay and rot and disease. I think it was an old concept that physically, like the ether, there was like a concept where it's like the inverse of the ether. It's like the miasma, which is like yucky disease and decay. Oh fuck, we got ads. When the ads are over, we're speed running. Isn't it bad air? Yeah, let's see. Miasma. Miasma theory is an abandoned medical theory that held that diseases such as cholera. Hang on. Cholera, where did it go? Cholera, chlamydia, or plague were caused by a miasma, a noxious form of bad air. So yeah. My asthma. Me when I have asthma. My asthma. Yeah. Bugbot loves my asthma though. Anyway, I'm just gonna. I don't want to skip. I guess I've been pausing for ad break this whole time, so I'd feel bad if I didn't. So let's just take a quick break. But I will have to. Let's see. How many more do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 questions. I can speed run them. Because I gotta fucking go! Or maybe I should just put it off till next stream. Kiki, do we need to go? What time do we need to go? Okay. Probably soon. So, okay, how about I'll take a little mini break? I'll take a little mini break till ads come back. Catch your movie. I know. I'll wait for ads to be over, and then we can save these ones for like the beginning of next stream, maybe? How about we do that? So let's start here. I will save this document. There we go. Let's just go back to just chatting too. How about that? Let's go over here and talk for just a little bit while we finish up, and then we'll give the sad news to everyone that was stuck in ads when they come back. So I can do the questions and then yap about the movie. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I'll tell you guys all about the movie. I'm very excited for that movie. I heard it's similar to, no spoilers please, but I heard it's similar to Arrival, which is one of my favorite movies. I love that movie, so I'm very excited. But yeah, let's see. Is there anybody that is live that we could go bother? Who do we feel like bothering? We could bother BB. BB Blossoms is a person who makes very beautiful art, very beautiful merch, and it's super inclusive. Let me should double check BB's pronouns real quick. Twitter.com/error. Thank you, Twitter. BB. What are your pronouns, BB? She, they. Okay. So BB makes really cute merch and it's super inclusive. They make like compression gloves and compression socks and wrist braces that are really, really cute. And one of my favorite things that she makes is they make these slider pins that you can wear that have your exhaustion level or like the amount of spoons that you have, and you can slide it so people can see like a visual indicator of how you're feeling that day without having to bother you. They're really, really cute. Anyway, they are a VTuber now. They've always been in the cosplay community, kind of here in the Southeast con circuit. So I've seen them around at cons. I've never said hi to them because I'm a creepy weirdo, but but they're very, very cool, and they're a VTuber now. So maybe we go bother them. So let me queue up a raid here in a minute when we're back from ads. Are we back from ads yet? Or are the ads still going? They are. No, they aren't. They're over. Okay. So let me... Actually, what I should do is I should make sure that they're gonna keep streaming first. But if you guys need compression socks, though, the cool thing about the socks that BB has made for their merch store is that they're cute. Like, you know those cute pastel white and pink, like stripy, like super anime cute socks? They make like stripy socks and they make galaxy prints, but they're compression socks, so they like serve a purpose, but they're cute as fuck. Oh, they have the best ones are they have fishnet print ones that look like they're fishnet print. So you can like be a baddie with compression socks on. So you can have your compression socks on and look hot as fuck. How cool is that? Anyway, I'm gonna shut the fuck up now and start this raid. They've only been streaming for 16 minutes, so we're getting in there early. Maybe we don't do the Fortnite thing. I don't want to overwhelm them. Don't do the Fortnite thing. Just say, what do we say? Guys, what is our normal raid message for when we're gonna be normal? Meatball raid? Meatball raid? We were told to say... we were told to not say we like Fortnite. No, just say meatball raid. The meatballs are here. Yeah, so just make up some meatball bullshit, I guess. Okay? We can be normal sometimes. We can be normal. Alright, let's start this raid up. Just try to say something as normal as you possibly can. Meatball something or other, I don't know. And yeah, we'll go hang out with them and say hi, alright? Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Thank you for the support as usual, and we will answer the rest of those questions later. I'll be sure to retweet those prompts, so if you're looking for them, they'll be at the top of my Twitter page. And yeah, thank you. I hope this has been helpful to some degree. And wasn't just yapping for no reason. But yeah, thank you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. I love you all. Bye bye.